Check.
It seems kind of low.
That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, you're also talking about people not talking into the mic, so.
Should we turn the camera?
I think it's good.
Okay.
I think the cameras are good right now.
Well, I just figured since
Matt's not here, so.
Into the unknown.
Even if he was, we would still get him in there.
So this is what
Alright, so let's go ahead and begin. Welcome guys to Dungeon Next Door.
I have banana bread.
We have banana bread. Well, let's go ahead and start with the recap of what happened. Stop me if you guys think that we should add in a little bit more. So it's been 4 days of travel since the adventurers left Jolt. Weary and ready to rest, the party decides to travel a little bit more to the next town of Godvidga. As they started to travel closer, they started to see a cloud or a plume of smoke. As they got to the town, they saw that the town was completely destroyed, desolated. As you guys traveled through and in the town, you guys gathered that the town was raided by orcs. Based off the flag was connected to Imina's father and her lineage from his side of the family. As you guys were going through, you guys found some people who were, how would you put it, citizens of this town. As you guys saw that they were coming back, I guess, to gather stuff that wasn't pillaged and trying to just grab maybe some family heirlooms or anything. Imina was insulted by one of the people due to the fact of her orc lineage.
Jack and Neely.
Jack and what?
Neely. No one insulted once?
Yeah, I didn't like him either.
Yeah. Soter did not like him.
So, due to that,
Can you confirm?
I think last time we stopped, what happened? We just finished the long rest. And
I sent a message to Imina's mom.
yes, a message was sent out to Imina's mom.
Warning her.
And the kids were trying to decide if they wanted to come to us in the morning to help them.
Yes.
So this is session 18?
19. As my records state.
As those records are true. Alright. So let's go ahead and begin. You guys wake up. The message was sent. Did you guys sleep?
Yeah, because that's how I was able to send the message.
Yeah.
We rested in my little orb thing.
Yeah.
Cuilorea and Soter went off because they heard the people talking, but they came back. They were taking a watch together.
He went off, and then he came back, and I was like, "What happened?" And he was like, "There's kids. They might need healing. They might come back in the morning." I was like,
"Need the mic."
No, it's you.
What do you mean it's me?
So, Brian said he had trouble hearing last time.
Hi, Brian.
Stop.
No, he's not watching now. He said last time. And it was the same volume.
I'm sad that you went to Fun Tea and I didn't know, and I couldn't ask you to get me rose tea.
I'm sorry.
We are known there.
They were like, well, she asked me my name. She's like, "You come in a lot. What's your name again?" And I was like, "Autumn." And I was like, "Oh, and this is Robbie." I was like, I don't have a boyfriend. What's up? She's so cute, bro. Hopefully she never sees this one.
Can you be my bubble tea sugar mama?
Literally. And she said we were nice, and I was like, "Oh my god, stop." Stop it right there.
Alright, so, after waking up from y'all's long rest, what would you guys like to do?
Are the kids coming to ask us anything?
Yeah, I think
Did
we're
we
going to
did anything happen when we wake up? Because if not, I guess we're just going to another town.
Well, we woke up, didn't the whole thing with Angus burning the flag one happen, and then after that I sent the message, so we're already awake, and I think we're already on our way to Amina's mom. Because I had to send the message afterwards because I needed a rest to change. How am I supposed to do that?
Yes.
I said, well, there it is. What she just said.
Oh, okay.
Big brain.
Big brain, sorry.
Very wrinkly.
Very wrinkly. So what are you guys going to do next?
Run.
Yeah, heading toward...
When I did sleep, I got my rest. But
Me
as
and
soon as I woke up, I was like, we gone. I packed everyone's stuff up for them.
Mama, we on my way.
Alright. Let's see if I have...
I'm full, but I like the smell of banana bread just hit me every few seconds.
I'm domestic.
You're something.
Alright, so it takes about 2 days to get to Asvidka. When you guys get there, I need everyone to roll perception checks.
Cake.
Nat 20.
Woo! Never mind.
Plus
I only got
20.
It's a little low, but I have plus
I am
7. So okay.
perceptive. Ready to protect Imina. I walk in. That's your mom.
Y'all look exactly like.
Alright, what did you get?
Dirty 23.
Damn. 17.
17,
18.
18,
16.
16,
Nat 20.
not 20. Alright.
We already.
We're here for it.
So, as you guys get there, you can still see that Imina, that your hometown is still intact. And from what you remember of your hometown, it looks like that they have received the message, and that it looks like they have kind of built what they can of like makeshift shields, kind of like those.
Yeah, fortified.
Yeah, they fortified it with the those like barricades, the wood the X style wood barricades with the spikes on them. It's kind of built more around the north side of the city or town, kind of helping, is what they assumed that the orc horde would come from, since that is more, miles away from the wasteland, as they call it. Alright. As you guys start to approach, you kind of see guards, town guards kind of walk up, and they're like, alright, state your business. How can I help you guys?
These are humans?
Yeah, they're human people.
Do they not recognize Imina?
I'm like, I don't know, I'm poke my head. Be like, I'm home.
And he goes, Imina, how has it been? How's the life? It's been a while since you've been home. What are you doing, and who are these people?
These are my friends, and it's been wild. It's been wild. Still on my journey, but not where I need to be yet. But I just wanted to make sure that everyone was okay, so I came to see my mom. Do you know where she is?
Last time I saw her, she was most likely in the market, selling her medicinal things and that stuff, helping people out, because, your mother is always the person who makes sure things are moving.
It's true. Well, that's pretty much what we're here for, so if I can get through, I'm going to go see her, and I'm sure they would like to meet her as well.
He kind of like steps aside and goes, "Oh, no problem." So.
That's where we're heading then.
What's the town look like?
So the town's kind of like it's
very village-like.
It's very village-like.
Beauty and the Beast.
Kind of, yeah. Very small town. Probably has maybe 20 buildings in total. Most of them are built out of like stone. They're kind of like very stone-like buildings. And you can kind of tell that everything is kind of shotgun. So you kind of go
Wild West.
Yeah, you enter the town, you get out of town. For Imina, she understands that the reason why it is very Wild West-like is because her town is connected to 2 other towns that are about a day and a half away.
The one where you just came from?
No, actually.
That one's like 2 towns over, right?
Yeah, that one's kind of like, they help out that town, but it's more of a town that's kind of lingered off into the distance.
Distant cousin.
Yeah, distant cousin. But these 3 towns are kind of like twin, like a triple tower type thing. They help out each other if one seeks aid and the other ones can provide. They help out in any way. But you kind of come into the center of the town, usually where everything is at, and you see your mom kind of helping people out. She's kind of has her own little store open, and you can tell that she's out just kind of like helping out, maybe like an old lady grab some produce, maybe like having like a little spackle with someone, just because some people try to get over on others.
Prices, so.
Do what?
Haggle prices.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah.
So, but for you guys, what you guys see is a very, hold on. You guys see like this very tall, very like sturdy built woman. Kind of has this like a little bit of like a lunch lady vibe. But kind of has that like, even though she kind of has that lunch lady like vibe, she has this like, her like attire is very like boho, very flowy, very like
She's a hippie.
If she calls me baby, am I gonna feel loved?
hippie.
Or hun?
What?
If she calls me baby or hun, am I gonna feel loved?
Yes, you are gonna definitely. She might even call you Shug. But you guys see this woman, helping out with groceries. And as that all happens, Imina, you look up and like, you kind of see her do like a double take. Like she sees movement, and then your mom looks over, and then she goes back to what she's doing, and then she looks over. Her mouth is like agape. She like has her arms extended out, and she starts running towards you. She's like, you can kind of hear her going, my baby, she's come back home."
I'm gonna pick her up and do a hug spin. We're gonna do a little spin. I'll be like, "Mom, I love you."
And after after you pick her up, she picks you right back up. But she just gives you this like very assuring, like firm, like almost like bear-like hug, and she's just like, "I miss you so much." And she's like, "You have to tell," like she just kind of like puts down everything. She's like, "You have to tell me everything." And she looks at everybody else and goes, "Oh, who are these people? Who are these people you've met?"
These are my friends. This is Soter and Cuilorea and Bhel, Niramour and Angus.
And then she's just like, well, hello. She says, my name is Marie, and she kind of just says, my name's Marie, and I, again, is Amina's mother. Is there anything that I can help you guys with? What are you guys here for? Are you guys here about the message, or?
Yeah, the message I sent.
And she just goes. She just kind of has this sigh. She's just like, I'm trying not to really let that bother me. It's been really hellish in this town just because everyone's freaking out because of the last one that happened. I'm trying to convince them that things are different, and people are kind of feeling very hesitant about that. They really think that they're going to come in and sweep house, and hopefully that doesn't happen because, you know, your father, he should be the leader of that group, and these things shouldn't be happening so close to home. He promised these things. So I am concerned if it's happening so close to home, then what's going on?
Yeah, I understand that. I don't know really what's happening. Like I said, or well, like Cuilorea said in the note that like the flag was his, but I don't know if that was something, if something's changed or what.
And she's like, do you guys still have that flag?
We all look at Angus.
He just gotta go.
Angus,
He's like, I burnt it.
Like exchange glances. Like, yeah. It was like a symbolic thing. So no.
It's just like, oh well, that's okay. That's okay.
And can I,
Yes.
since I've seen it, produce an image of it?
Yes.
So I do that. I am Soter, Warforged, built for battlefield, combat, and support. Your daughter is my best friend. I am a fighter like her. It is my pleasure to meet you. Here's the flag.
And she
project it.
All right. So
Right.
as you project the flag, she kind of has like this like pause, and she kind of like, you can kind of tell that on her face is like a little bit of mixed emotions, and she just goes, yeah, that's your father's, that's his clan's flag. And she just kind of like sits back and goes, well, I don't know why he would attack. You know, if he needed anything, he knew that he could come to us. And she kind of goes, unless, and she kind of pauses for a second. She just kind of shrugs and goes, no. But everything should be fine. Everything should be fine. We can figure this out. You know, you guys are here. You know, how has the whole finding yourself thing been going?
I think I've done a pretty good job. I think that I've, I mean, I don't know. How do you really like to term that, you know? But
Well,
I know that I've met a lot of good people, and I'm really proud of where I am.
well, that means you're enjoying the journey, and that's the best part about it. It's not about the end situation. It's just about enjoying the journey and just, you know, if there's friends along the way, the more the merrier. But she kind of goes, well, but I think it'd be rude for me. You know, it's kind of nippy out here. Let's go inside. I got a fire burning. And she goes, Miss Woldroth will handle the produce man. He's being a little jerk about his prices. But let's go inside. Yes.
Where's the townsguard? Or your army mayor officer, person in charge of protecting the town?
And then she kind of She kind of looks at you and she goes, well, would you be shocked to know that you're looking right at her?
A plot twist. Did Imina know this?
I'm just grinning. just
We
looking
have-
at Bhel and grinning.
We have a lot to discuss then.
So are you going to, she just kind of looks at it. She goes, well, that's good. If you can tell me things that I don't know, even better.
We can do it itself.
So you guys travel into into her little apothecary. You can kind of tell that she's got like very medium warm woods as bookshelves, and you can kind of look at them. You see like a lot of these potions. Some are glowing, some are not, and they all come in like different colors. They're not very organized. They're labeled, but not very organized. You can kind of tell some are in big bottles on the bottom shelf, some of the small bottles on the top shelves. And you can tell, like, kind of over in a corner is like a wood fire stove. And then in another, like, right kind of close to it, you kind of see, like, an alchemist table with a lot of, like, tubes and tester stuff. And she's just, like, she kind of hurries off and pulls out chairs, and she's like, so what's going on? Tell me all you guys know.
What do you want?
I mean, if you guys want to be down to the nitty gritty, we can talk about what's about to come, or if you guys just want to talk about how it's been, how you guys met, you know, what you've guys gone through.
Have you dealt with them before?
Down to the nitty gritty.
Yes.
I would like to
She
not
says,
see those.
yes, we've dealt with them back before Mina was born. I would say about Mina, how old are you?
20.
I'm 22.
22. She says about I was thinking about 23 to 25. But she says we came into a run with them about 24 years ago. They came in and they
Exactly.
How did they come in? I mean, they were kind of very blindsided, frontal attack. The way he structured it was very midday. You know, when everyone's kind of hustling, bustling, doing their duties, and they just came in and they swept through, and they said that they were going to occupy until they felt like they had the resources that they needed. And we obliged because, I mean, when you're outmanned, what else are you going to do?
So they just strolled into town and
They strolled into town.
it wasn't a raid like they did in the previous city.
It wasn't a true raid. It wasn't like we were desolate, but they very much strong-armed us. They came in, they outnumbered us, and they made sure that their tactic of fear was up front before they started to negotiate.
So they see you all as livestock and just keep you alive to feed off on you later.
I mean, they didn't need us. They weren't.
It was a figure of speech.
She's like, yeah, but basically, they made sure that we did all the dirty work and that they could be as lazy as possible until they got the resources. And
Are we like sitting around a table or something?
yeah, you guys are kind of sitting around the table, kind of sitting around like in the corner where the fire is.
I'm gonna sweep one of the legs out from underneath Bill's chair. Like I'm breaking it. You're gonna fall on the ground.
Roll it. And she just goes. She's like, I'm gonna have to talk. She kind of looks as she's speaking, and she looks at the chair, just kind of gives. She goes, Charles, we're gonna have to talk. This carpentry, and she's like, but are you okay?
Looks at Imina.
What was that for?
What do you mean? Sees you as livestock and only keeps you around to do their dirty work.
They use them as literal livestock. They take what they need, keep them alive to let them build back up, and then they come back and source from them again.
Perhaps you should choose different words when talking about Amina's mother.
And father.
Okay, it's not what I meant. But
And she kind of looks and she goes, I understand a lot of people look at the orcish culture as brutes, savages, and very much so a primitive life form. But when you really get to know orcs in their culture, you understand that they're very intelligent. They are very they're very hygienic. That was one of the shocking things about when you met them. They're very hygienic people. Like, hygiene is a very, like, utmost important to them. They're very religious. They're very strong, and they're devout to their gods. The lore behind all of it is just quite fascinating. And she looks at him and she goes, and that's kind of how I fell in love with your father. Just, he was so smart. And when it came to pleading with him in the whole discussion and he was very diplomatic. You know, we traded for certain things to make sure that things were safe, and he rest assured to me that things are going to be okay and that no one's going to get hurt. And he kept his word. They're very honest people. So to hear that this raid is happening does very much concern me that maybe this isn't your father, but these are the same people flying under his flag.
What we saw is nothing like you described. It was barbaric, savage, and cruel.
And she says, and there are zealots, like everyone in religion. Usually there's always zealot people who want to take the word of their god into their own hands. And to
Angus,
look at Angus.
Angus is oblivious, probably, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Angus probably doesn't think he's a zealot or
all
anything.
the orcs are so smart and religious, I just heard Angus in my head saying they're not very smart. They don't worship more.
he's affected us all.
Boy, it's not like he has anything more than 4 lines.
Yikes.
I hope Matt's watching. But she says, crap, where was I?
I was telling her the difference between that attack and what she described as
She
orc
says,
culture.
she says, but every religion has zealots, and usually zealots want to take religion into their own hands and interpret the word of what their god has said into their own way to make sure that their actions stay true to what their stuff is. So,
if these aren't the people that you believe your boyfriend, husband is in alliance with, or is in alliance with, just on the outside, could you contact him and say, hey, you got some zealots?
After Imina was born, maybe a year after, he and his clan decided that they were going to pick up and that they had to go elsewhere. We both decided that it was for the best. I had to understand that my people were growing weary, and that they were wanting to start a revolt, and I didn't want to see any bloodshed. So I told him, and he decided that he was going to pick up his things and go.
Would he be around if these orcs are in the area? Would he be around the same area, just blind as to what they're doing?
If there is orc movement and he is close, I don't think there is a possible way that he could be close and not see this happen, for the simple fact of orcs communicate, and usually if there is some type of movement that one orc clan is trying to do, then they're going to communicate with other orc clans that they can find that would join the cause, and they would fight with them.
So is it safe to assume that this
Is a
group
rogue
might be, they might not be as strong as we were to assume? It might just be a small group of them.
It could be a small group, yes, but again, you can't underestimate a group.
We're a small group.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And that's what I meant, no offense by my analogy. I was merely trying to figure out the way they think and how they think of you all, because that's going to depend on how we need to retaliate when this attack happens and how we need to deal with it.
well, I would say it's based off who's leading them. They all think differently, just like you and I, but I think the difference is when there is a strong leader in front of them, and usually when it comes to orcs, you have to earn your right to be the leader.
Was there anyone that opposed your husband?
That is a
might be
good
behind?
question.
It's usually when there's a leader, there's always people trying to fight for the top two.
Well, I know that, and like as she's saying this, she's kind of like pouring some ale to drink, and she goes, "Would you like any?" She goes, "Okay."
Thank you.
She's like,
Angus would like some, probably.
yeah, and she probably pours him a glass, and she says, he decided that his group was going to go with more of the ideology or the tomes that were written for the people who were the hands of Groomish, and they were different from people who were like the Eyes of Groomish. The Eye of Groomish people, they were more zealots. They were always about staying vigilant, staying watch, and make sure that your enemies are crushed. The hands were more about making sure that you grab the resources that you get, you take care of your family, and that you always try to extend the family in any way, shape, or form. And that's how Imina was born. But I don't know. Maybe the followers of the Eyes have tried to take over the hand, and maybe they were successful.
Go ahead.
My brain is exploding. This was 3 years ago stuff, back when we fought the hands, and they wouldn't tell us who the hands were that they were serving. This was 2 campaigns ago. I don't have anything to add, because Niramour doesn't know any of that. But that was... I was having a moment.
Do you have any? You would know. Do you have any scouts or anyone who can get this information for us?
I'm not really a person who believes in scouts. I believe that putting out scouts, especially with our numbers being very small, is like basically putting out fodder. There's no reason why I should put out a small team of people who may not survive something. Or again, you can never underestimate an orc. You can never underestimate anyone who is your enemy. Because if I send out 3 people to scout, they can be used as leverage. And that is not something I'm willing to do.
So how do you propose we handle the situation? Because Imina feels very strongly about this town, and we would not want to leave her in this town alone or anything like that. And we want to help. And should we stay until they come, or do you even think they'll show up here?
Send me to scout.
She's pretty scary.
She said she kind of like she kind of sits back for a second, kind of sips on her drink, and she sits there and goes, I've already contacted the other 2 towns and haven't gotten word back just yet. I haven't gotten word back just yet.
Shouldn't you have? Because our message got out.
2 days ago. Well, I don't know when she got it, but I also sent a bird. A crow, I think.
It should have. It should have reached. I should have gotten word back. So there are 2 things that can have happened. 1, both towns are gone. Just the worst thing that could have ever happened. Or 2, our information is being intercepted. And that was one thing that your father was really good at, was making sure that whenever he was close to town, that he could make sure that you could not get information out. Because
information is power, especially
So,
more.
How did I get a message to you? Did they not expect the bird? I can send messages to the other town if you need.
Yeah,
How far away is the next town?
it's about half a day's travel.
I could go.
I mean, if you guys are willing to go, I can't stop you guys. I appreciate the help.
Well, I don't want to leave you unattended either. I don't think Imina does.
What's the party?
She looks at you with like a very blank stare and like this like, and then she looks at Imina and smiles and just goes, "This girl thinks I'm helpless." Like, and like you can see like as she like walks over to like her counter, she pulls out like a giant like axe, like a battle axe, and she goes,
Oh, that's where Imina got it from.
I just want you to understand that when I say that I am the leader and I'm the person who plans, it doesn't mean I don't fight either.
I don't think Niramour is in defense of like you being weak. I think she's the defense part of they ransacked the whole town and there's more of them than probably you.
True. That might be the thing, and we'll see what happens. I am understanding that my men are capable enough to hold a town. They may not be able to defeat an army, or how many are there, but I do know for sure that they can hold them. That is always the training that I try to teach them, because we don't have the numbers. When we have all 3 towns together, we have the numbers to defeat whatever comes our way. But usually it's all about holding it down to make sure that we can last.
Well, it seems like they might know that.
They might. So.
And that would explain why they probably didn't go to your town first. They might have went
I
in
mean, it's
between
like-
two towns, and then
Was it Soter or Bhel that made the little thing for the little
I did.
alarm thing?
I think we both
In the
did
cave.
something like that in the cave. I can make one, so whenever someone passes, I think that was me in the cave.
yeah, how far can that go? Or is there not a range for every one of them?
Well, no,
We can
I mean we
always
can't.
Oh, I have
Split up, like.
my range is
Yeah.
1 mile,
I can.
so it's not bad. But
I am able to probably get to the town the fastest and without being seen. It would take like all my spells.
That's what I was thinking. I could also get there without
I mean,
being
I
seen
can
as
Victoria
me,
could
at
get
least.
there without being seen for sure.
That's a fact. And I wouldn't use like half my spell slots either.
Can't you
But
only be
it's
invisible
fast,
for like
though.
an hour though?
Huh?
Can't you only stay invisible for an hour?
It's a furbog trait. It's not a spell. So.
I know, but I thought it had a limit for how long
It
was.
does. I don't know how long, but I could also go animal. Like I could
also, can you
turn
fly?
into a not yet. I
Can you
could
fly?
turn into a horse, run there, and run back, and that'd be
Well, that's
So
what I was
there's
gonna
hell
do.
for
Turn
10
invisible,
minutes.
fly, expeditious retreat. So
yeah.
I'm like,
I mean,
or we can wait
So
at least
I
one
robot
night.
just running through the forest.
Yeah, I think that'd be really funny. So we're just going.
Yeah, because it's not stealthy, so I wouldn't run. We could wait.
personally, I don't like waiting.
I don't know if it's the best idea if we leave town.
Well,
Or
one
in case
person.
they get a yes, one person.
And I'd rather take a little risk and potentially gain a lot than us wait and something might happen because of one little detail that we weren't able
There's
to.
only one way into the town.
It's like a road. It's basically like
What if someone
that's
could
like that.
fly ahead, like,
This town has one
and see
street
if
light.
they can, like, see, because it's a large group of people. Or
they have to have fires and they might be able to see a camp or something.
so if somebody could like fly like high up in the sky, like
That's what I was
We
proposing.
have 3 people.
I don't know if I can fly
She
yet.
can't fly yet until level
If
8.
she's
Yeah.
a bird,
I can.
You don't get flying speed till level 8.
Oh.
I'm level steep. We
So
level
2
steep.
people?
But
I
I
can
could
only fly
also,
with a spell
without
for 10
anyone
minutes.
leaving,
That's
ask an
fine.
animal to go check it out for us.
you could do that.
I could
Either one.
get a little birdie and be like, hey.
So
Let's
do
do
we want to scout the area and then see what we find and go from there?
I'm just not crazy about leaving the town. This is out of character.
I don't want to either, but information's nice.
If we can get that information with Cuilorea sending a bird
Yeah.
or a fox,
I can
let's use it.
Probably
send my
bird.
own scouts.
Probably a bird.
I'm fucking Snow White, guys.
can you talk to trees? Can
Yes.
you talk to trees?
Oh yeah, I can talk to trees too.
Maybe you can ask your tree friends.
I could. They do run a network of things, so yeah. Like they're all like their roots are. Yeah, they're pretty cool. And
Is this like a Wild, like literally Wild West thing? Like it's just like a, what's it called? It's just like flatlands, or is there like a forest on both sides?
There's no forest on this side. It's very much like
flatlands.
flatlands, very
Las Vegas, Nevada looking.
Desolate.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
It's
looking.
kind of like just more of like to explain it, it's more of just like that long valley part where you're just like straight, just flat land. And the way it happens is like when you guys came up on this town, you can kind of tell that these like the next town is at a higher elevation, and then the next one is another higher elevation. So it kind of slowly inclines up as you go from town to town to town.
Okay, so we're on.
What's awkward?
We're the third.
Chelsey
We're the
just
last.
whispered in
So
my
you're at
ear,
the
I've
bottom,
always
and then
pictured my
there's-
town
yeah.
being hidden in the trees.
But with this, since it's flatlands, do you have an alarm system on the 4 cardinal directions of the town? with the people like looking in those directions who could alert us if they see movement and stuff?
As I said, I can talk to the trees.
She says, no, we don't really have an alarm system. We usually just have people kind of standing post in those.
I think that's what he meant. Well, I get what he meant. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So we have people standing post in those areas and kind of make sure everyone's scanning.
Do you have an alarm
But I
system?
guess by the time they see him, they're there. So
no, I mean,
is there a little bit of time?
you know how
there's a little bit of time. Like we have like a bell system for it. So if there is an attack, there is a call to make sure. We have people like runners who would make sure that they would get into the barracks or whatever house that we're occupying.
Cuilorea, perhaps we should send one of our friends, animal friends, to the next town.
Yeah, I can do that. Is there any specific type of animal that orcs won't eat? Just in case, I don't know. The town and the other place seem desolate except for some
It would
birds.
have to be a flying one. Because ground would be pretty long.
Yeah, I was gonna send a flying one, but I don't know if like
A small one, not worth.
Yeah, not worth getting.
A sparrow.
And she goes, and she goes into like a back room, and she, like, you hear a door open, and as you hear the door open, you kind of hear like some bird noises.
aww,
You see
it's a
her.
dinosaur.
You
Sorry.
see her pull out like a very small bird, and she says, maybe he can help.
I hold out my finger and say, "May I?"
Yes, and she opens up the door.
I'm gonna speak with animals. Can I speak with animals? Hi.
Hello.
It's so tiny. Okay. Alright, so he's running and I don't think it's the bird.
That sound was perfect.
Cooler. Never mind. I love it too much.
But I love him, George.
I was wondering if you could help us. You don't have to send a message or anything, but scout for us maybe to see if there's. I'm assuming you overheard our conversation. But if you could scout for us and see if there's any orcs in the area that seem malicious, or even any orcs at all, besides Imina.
He goes, well, love, I'm the quickest guy in the skies, and I can do that for you.
I love you. Okay. Thanks, that's great. Just make sure you're really careful.
Castle's my middle name.
Picture him.
Picture him, Blue.
That's
Spike.
the small one.
Okay, let me talk to the other guys, see if they have anything else for you to do. Okay, so he said he's gonna do it.
Cool. He's gonna go to the town?
He's gonna fly around and go to the town, see if there's anything in the area, see if there's any destruction, right?
Yes.
Do you need him to do anything else? Look out for anything else?
Be fast.
He said he was the quickest guy in town.
And he is perfect.
And careful was his middle name.
That is a strange
Should we, before
So-
we just send him just to look, should we be concerned about like messages not getting back? Should we like?
Well, I'm assuming that they don't. Murray, what type of messages did you send? Did you send birds? Because if mine went through, I assume you didn't. Because I sent a crow, and that's usually very message material.
And maybe it's, and she kind of like looks at her, she kind of like looks up and thinks about it, and she goes, that's probably my fault. Didn't see like a normal bird. Usually I try to send more of a predator type bird for the first message. Maybe they caught a wind of that one. Hey, I make mistakes. And she, she kind of goes, but yeah, it was more of a like a hawk, and that was probably my goof.
Okay. So, I guess I'm going to go outside and say,
Adios, muchachos.
Make sure. Check the towns, see if they're destroyed, come back with information, okay? Middle name careful.
Mimi.
The bird kind of like is looking at you and then flips back to like look out the door and flips back and goes, "My name's Logan," and like flies away.
Bye, Logan. I'm in love.
Logan, careful.
Logan the Sparrow.
Logan, careful. Yeah.
Logan, careful, Sparrow.
Logan Sparrow.
Mr. Careful Sparrow to you.
Should've gave him some juice.
Gave him the juice.
String potion of Sparrow.
I could have shot him up with something.
You gotta squeeze him.
Too much. Here she goes.
Okay, Commander Marie, first step is done. Now what?
And she,
Now we eat.
yeah, pretty much. First things first is when you understand that the information of something like this happening is, you just don't stress about it.
Robbie and I both went. Everybody's dying in
This
the whole
is
town.
very
You just
Imina.
don't
I can
stress.
definitely see that this is where she's like, okay, now we're fighting something. Okay, now we're gonna kill this person.
She's just like, you just don't stress about it. Like, what's stress gonna do in the battlefield? It's gonna get you confused. It's gonna get you dazed. And next thing you know, you make a mistake, and the mistake makes you dead.
No stress
Helps you make records.
on the battlefield.
Exactly.
Main
If
draw.
you are of a person of a clear mind, you make good decisions. But if you're stressed and you're under pressure, oops, there's a mistake, and oops, you're dead, and there goes your men. So, no stress, no worries. We got this. I'm confident in what we can do. And with you guys here, I'm for sure confident that things are going to go well in our favor.
3 hours later. My leg!
So she goes, but for now, I was thinking about making a good, hearty dinner for.
Oh, can you make that stew that I really like?
Haggis?
Oh.
I had to
She,
say it. I had to
and
say
it's
it.
funny.
You're gonna
Do you
ask
say
for
that in
haggis.
character?
No.
I do. I would definitely ask, can you make haggis?
And she looks at you with like this most disgusted look of like, no. Just,
Yikes. Angus is like, what do you mean no? Haggis is the most delicious thing ever.
she looks at it, like she'd look at him and be like, I mean, I understand orcs don't have, or not orcs, but dwarves don't really have great taste buds.
Whoa, whoa there, buddy.
With the power of Morden, I strike thee with new taste buds.
I feel like we've done a good job of role-playing Angus in that.
But she's like, the one thing about haggis is it's got no seasoning. It's just horse.
Perhaps,
Like she just has this like look of like,
Covers Angus's ears.
perhaps you should not speak so harshly of haggis. It is Angus's favorite. We will not discuss it.
she goes,
Let's just not talk about it.
to each their own.
Okay, so is she cooking or did she
Um,
cook it? What's up?
So,
People are hungry.
so she looks at Imina and goes, since you're home, yes, I can make that stew. Alright. Chelsey, do we need to go on break soon? Alright, just making sure.
I am struggling to keep up with my notes, but it's fine.
But so Chelsey, would you like to describe this stew, your favorite stew?
Oh my gosh, it's the best.
That's it. That's it. Okay. On to next. It's just the best.
It's homegrown vegetables from my mom's garden. So it's like potatoes, some carrots, and some like different like seasonings and stuff that she has. You just see her like kind of dancing around the kitchen in a way, just like grabbing all of like her spices and stuff, and like she opens up like a couple different cabinets, and you can see like all of the vegetables that she has stored away from like gardening in the summertime, and just like pulling them all out, and then kind of grabs a salt box type thing that stores like the meat, and she just grabs that. It's it's not like a special thing. It's just like
Venison.
Yeah, like just regular, like whatever is like around. It's more so like the vegetables and the broth and stuff that make it exciting. To be honest.
Did you roadkill? She was like,
I don't know.
I mean,
if I felt my
she's like a
look.
vegetarian style. Like,
But you immediately went, oh, fuck, Autumn, what the fuck is it now? No, it's fine. I just thought, like, oh my god, like, immediately when you said whatever's around, I was like, shit, if Cuilorea turns into an animal, and someone's like, oh, so some food! Shit!
she's not a savage. I mean, she's...
no, they got like because this is like a village area, so they've got like a community type thing going on. So like, you know, there's a guy that like raises like
Chickens and cows.
yeah. Like, there's a specific place for that. So.
Yeah, and if they would have to kill like wild game, they're very like
It's just a thought.
respective.
Not
like,
specifically this town, but like, in general.
Cuilorea a vegetarian? Did you tell us that already?
No, she's not a vegetarian.
Okay.
She believes in only taking what is necessary, though.
Okay.
And using all of the animal, like Native American. That's what I'm
Dig it.
But you can kind of see that she is dancing around, throwing all the spices in. But like the pot that she has in like the kitchen is not like a small little kettle. This is like a giant thing that she has to dance around. You can see that she's like, yeah, it's a giant, like, would fill up the, witch style cauldron. And you can see that she's kind of like, you know, she's got this little blower and she's kind of fanning the flames, like she steps on it. And it smells just so delightful. Like everyone, you smell this thing and it just reminds you of the closest thing. It starts just kind of like makes you think about your mom, like your own personal mother at the time.
So it's like,
And it just it reminds you of like that
Niramour's like,
home.
Mom's dead.
It reminds you of that home feel, and
It reminds me of Deborah.
Niramour's crying.
yeah,
It's very much so. The smells and like the like clinking of things and stuff like that. It definitely.
So it's making me
would. If
think
you
of
hadn't,
home.
Like
Niramour's
no,
been
like a
looking for a
homey
good
feel
time
before.
to ask if she keeps patchouli in her apothecary, because that's the only thing she can use to clean her locks. We've been talking about a war, so it didn't seem
To clean
appropriate.
what?
Her hair.
Oh, okay.
and so like as all that's happening, she's like stepping past you, Cuilorea, as
Niramour, not Cuilorea.
Niramour, Cuilorea,
Hey!
Niramour,
Hey!
crap. She steps past you, Niramour,
Niramour.
and you would like to ask her that if she has patchouli.
Well, if I'm thinking about my mom, I'm probably distracted and maybe crying. But
Well,
And she
but are you thinking about your mom, or are you just like really focused on the fact that you need to clean your hair?
Yeah, or would you be
No.
thinking of like, because he was like, maybe like a better time, because like Soter
It
doesn't
was
have
like-
a mom.
Yeah,
when
you
we
just-
walked in, you were like, she owns this herb store. I was like, oh, she has patchouli. Like, it crossed my mind. And then we walked in and she said, so, do you guys want to talk? And then Bhel said, how do you defend the town? And I was like, I can't ask that now. And then she was like, we're making a stew that reminds you of home. And I was like, I'm emo. What's happening now?
So So she walks by you and she sees that you seem very, I guess, mixed emotion. And she looks at you. She goes, what's wrong? Just let it out, let it out.
I just really miss my mom.
And she's like, and she looks at you and she's like, well, wherever she is, she's probably thinking about you.
Amina's really lucky to have you.
She smiles and she smiles and she's like, thank you. I try my best. You know, I hope I raised her right. You know, you pour your all into your children. You give them the best that you have. And hope it turns out okay. And you know.
Well, I think you did a great job. She makes me want to be a better person every day.
Bro, what the fuck? So sweet.
She looks at you and she's like, yeah, that was something I tried to instill in her, that whatever you find and whatever you come across, that, you know, let it not change you for the worst, and if you're not being changed by it, let you be the one that changes it. If that makes any sense. If it doesn't change you, you change it in the ways of good.
Thanks for cooking for us. Smells delicious.
And she looks at you and she kind of gives you a hug and she goes, you look like you need it. And
she hugged her.
She got her.
Shit.
And she's just like, you just look like you need a hug, you know. And she gives you a nice firm hug and she kind of like releases and looks at you and she goes, I don't know what you're going through, but I feel like it's going to be okay.
So, you want an apothecary?
And she looks at it, she goes, yes, I do.
You happen to have any patchouli?
She just looks at you, she goes, yeah, I got a whole bunch of that stuff. And she's like, she goes to her ingredients and she pulls it down and she just has like a nice little dried jar of it. And she's like, what do you need it for?
It's really the only thing I can use to clean my hair. Just a gesture.
And she goes, she kind of looks at your hair and she's like, huh, this is a very interesting, like, you know, interesting locks, you know, these are. And she kind of like she goes, is it okay if I touch your hair?
Sure.
And she kind of like, is like kind of holding your hair, kind of like, kind of looking at it, you know, pulling it apart just a little bit to see if like everything's okay with your hair.
Doesn't Niramour have dreads?
Yeah. Matlocks. I would assume they're more like matlocks. Like the more like if
I've been saying locks because Greg asked me not to call them dreadlocks because dread is inherently bad and kind of racist. So that's why I've been saying locks.
But I would assume that you would go, because I've been looking up locks and I feel like your character would go with more like the more Nordic Viking way of more matlocks, which are kind of like the locks that you see a lot of kind of like more white people have, that is like that has that kind of matted look, but it's still clean. Those are called matlocks. Very interesting. They're Vikings and Norse people had those.
I learned about that in Vikings. Watching Vikings.
I did not watch Vikings, but I do want to watch that show. But she kind of looks at you and goes, I actually have something that I put together that could help. What's wrong with your hair? Like, what are you trying to do to, like, treat your hair with? Like, what are you treating it for?
How do you want your hair?
Are you trying to add oil to your hair? Is your hair dry? Is it having breakage problems? Just throw out something.
Well, I just wanted it not to be straight and blonde and to be able to clean it.
She kind of looks at you and she goes, alright, let me just give you, and she gives you like this jar that has like a very like off-white look to it. Kind of, she goes, okay, so this is something that I've come together. It's a little thick, just kind of really get it fine into your hair, but this should work. Makes your hair smell nice, add some good oils into it, and keeps your hair looking nice and healthy. And if you have anything in your hair that you don't want it to come out, like dyes and all that stuff, this would really hold it in. And she kind of gives you this jar, and she goes, but the patchouli is already added into the little paste, but it's still nice to have in your hair.
Thank you.
That would be 20 gold.
She looks at you and she goes, friend of Imina is a friend of mine. You're almost family. You're pretty much family.
So, dude, he's gonna make me cry. I'm very overwhelmed, so I'm just gonna take that and
She's
say
like,
thanks and just sit there and be quiet.
and she looks at you and she walks away, and like as she like walks up to like the door, you can kind of hear her kind of start yelling out. She kind of just gets out. She goes, "Food's ready!" And and as that kind of happens, you start seeing certain people start coming in through the door, and you can kind of see like she kind of has this like line system where everyone kind of like grabs a bowl and starts just grabbing stew, and everyone just kind of goes out into the middle of town and just kind of enjoys their food. She goes, everybody grab yourself a bowl and step outside. There's an order to all this stuff, so please step outside, enjoy the festivities of just relax.
Festivities? What are the festivities?
She's just like, just casual talking, bonfire,
I grab a bowl and I go outside. Not with food in it, just the bowl.
For the casualness of the whole thing.
Just for the, hey guys, I have a bowl.
She said grab a bowl.
She did.
Yeah.
Grab a bowl, go outside. I follow directions.
And alright. I think, is it okay if we take a break here? Or alright.
You're the DM.
I know, I didn't know if you wanted to talk to.
No, it's gonna be a long night, so
Alright.
I'm prepared.
Alright, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and take a break here. And we will be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. Alright?
Woo! Look, see if I kill myself.
I might. So much emotion.
And we're back. That guy.
Yes.
Yes!
That guy. Crap, I wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to have.
Patton Oswald.
That's his name.
Oswald. I knew the Oswald part.
I'm so mad at you guys because I was gonna be like, "Hey guys,
Tell him
welcome
that's
back,"
what he looks
and then
like.
he shows that picture, and I'm like,
What is he in?
Look at this picture.
"He's
I
in
don't
a
fucking
lot
know.
of stuff."
He's in a lot, but I don't fucking know.
How did you find him? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Don't ask.
Please,
Don't ask.
please tell. Please
I
tell.
hate you.
What is it?
But that could be so many people.
Yeah.
Here's number 4.
I mean, he is short. All right, so we're back. Let's stay focused. Gosh darn it. So we'll start off where we ended. So you guys grab your bowls and
It says instead of rolling dice, just buy a copious amount of Chinese fortune cookies. Every time you need to roll, read aloud your fortune
Yes.
and let the dungeon master decide what it means.
Yes, we need to know what it
Need you to open up the singing for a fortune cookie. Your future is grim.
That's the most oblivious one.
He's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember.
I would never look at that though.
That's the only thing. Like, he's in Ratatouille, but you're not remembering
There's a
that.
bunch of stuff.
Scarlet
I
Pets.
don't remember.
Blade.
I don't remember Lynn Blade at all.
Oh, there's a lot of voice actors.
So we're all out in the middle of town
so you're all in the middle of town
eating invisible soup.
eating your soup. Soup smells delightful. You're kind of like chitter chatter going on. People are kind of talking amongst each other. A lot of people are kind of coming up to greet Imina, you know, saying, "Hey, how's it going? Welcome home. Hope everything's gonna go. It's going well." Or, "Hey, how long are you staying? What are you in for?" You know, a lot of people.
Like they don't.
Ooh, is there any like ex-girlfriend or boyfriends here for Imina? No. Okay.
Should really
Maybe
date in
tea.
town.
She likes him forward.
She likes him forged.
Oh well.
That was definitely more like a little brother type deal. Let me protect this dummy.
I'm protected.
My brother Dylan. Sorry.
There you go.
Alright. But is there any role playing that you guys would like to do?
No, I want to get it on.
No one wants to have a heart to heart with Bhel.
Nobody wants to have a heart to heart at all.
I have to. Sorry. I would like to go to my old bedroom at some point.
Alright. So you creep off into your old bedroom. Kind of go back into the apothecary, and behind, like, the kitchen is like a little, kind of like under the store is where like you and your mom stayed. Is there something that you were envisioning that your old bedroom looked like that you would like to describe out?
Very classic, like, small bedroom. It's got like a window with like some little curtains and like a bed and like a bookshelf with some stuff on it and a little desk and a chair, and I can't really fit into any of it anymore. So part of the reason why I don't stay there, but it's just nostalgic. Looking at the quilt that was on the bed because my mom had actually made that for me. And I go over to the window and just kind of like look out the window because I hadn't done that in more than knows how long.
Make a perception check.
I'm gonna be making a little snowman. You're just like 22.
22. So, as you look out the window, you see kind of like this very like open sky night, It's very starry in the sky, and you can kind of tell the way that your window is facing. It's kind of facing on more of the kind of facing more of like the north side of town. So like you're kind of looking back out into like the woods, which is not really woods, but like more of like the open plain, and you can kind of see like how it goes out that way. And as you kind of like looking out at the stars, you kind of see how like just almost so perfectly that like the stars kind of like blend right into like the landscape. And as you look over into the horizon, you kind of start seeing a little bit of movement out that way. It looks like a lot of the guards who were usually out in that back area have most likely gone to grab themselves a couple bowls before they went back, and most likely someone has not followed protocol and made sure there was 2 people standing out there. And man, when your mother gets a hold of this information, she's not going to be happy.
What room? Jump out of the window.
Sorry.
Take the door.
So I'm gonna quickly head down the stairs and find the group, and I guess my mom is with the group, I would assume.
Yeah, your mother's with the group, and
okay. So I'm gonna go find them, and I'm gonna be like, hey guys, there's people, figures heading from the north toward this way, and I didn't see any guards on watch.
Oh dear.
What do we do?
I definitely think we should go figure out what's going on and who they could be.
Do I see the sparrow anywhere?
Has this been done?
it's been about half a day that all this has happened. You see the sparrow kind of like doing like a very like kind of like a circle, but it's kind of like doing what would seem the most natural for a bird. It might swoop down, sit, perch, hop around, and then maybe fly back over. It's kind of looking for you. And once it like sees you, it perches onto your finger.
What you find, Logan? Careful.
He kind of sits there and he's like, well, I flew down or flew up more towards the next town, and I tried to notify them that help was needed. He's like, I don't think they understood me.
But their town wasn't devastated?
No, their town is fine. But while I was traveling here, I did see a lot of what looked like a pack moving in this direction. So I tried to fly here as quickly and as safely as possible, make sure that no one knew that I was a bird on mission.
Did they look anything like Imina? Like a little more orky?
And
I'm gonna profile.
he kind of looks and goes, yeah, more toothy.
So he said the orcs are on their way pretty much, and the other town is not devastated, so that's good news. But that's probably what you saw with the orcs.
We should prepare for attack.
Are we attacking, or are we planning on trying to
We're
get
preparing
diplomatic
for
about it?
their attack.
You should tell your mom.
prepared to defend
Is she
the
not there?
city.
She should be here.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's right there.
Yeah, she's kind of like, you can see that she's like talking to some of the older people in town. She's kind of like maybe a kid on her knee, and she's kind of like talking and all that stuff. And she kind of looks up at you guys. It's like, is there something the matter?
We believe the orcs are on their way.
And she's like, from what direction?
The north, and there's no guards there.
And she looks at you, and she's like, oh, there isn't. You can kind of see like this like very like, her eyes are usually very like glowing and like bright, but her face looks very like stern and like almost like dead-eyed look as she gets this information. And as she says that, she puts down the child, and she looks at you guys and goes, all right, well, I guess we have to prepare for just in case something does go wrong. I will inform the people to get them to safety. So she starts kind of like, you see her kind of softly talking to certain people, and you start seeing people start grabbing, like everyone, it looks like everyone's on a mission. Like you start seeing people go left, right, grabbing certain people, and you start seeing people just being escorted out, kind of like more southward towards town. Kind of like north is here, so they're going out to like what would be like more the hilly side of the town.
If confrontation is what's going to end up happening, I would suggest doing it out away from the town so they don't destroy it. That's what my people usually do when we think there's a threat. We go away from our home to fight.
I think it's a good idea. At least meeting them at the edge of town instead of waiting for them to come all the way into town.
And we should probably do a formation with Imina and Marie as the heads.
Well, maybe we should use the town to our advantage. So they're not gonna. They're not gonna go away from the goal. The goal is the town.
Exactly.
And also with this, we could use it to our advantage. They don't know we're here. We have
the
one,
issue
two.
Town isn't a sacrifice.
Yeah, we're not trying to
It's not a
burn
choice.
down the town, and that's what would happen.
They're-
If you look
we're gonna-
around, it's made of wood and stone. It's going to be easily catching on fire. Like I don't.
They're not gonna worry about us though.
If we hit first, they
there's-
would.
If there's a lot of people out there, they're just gonna outnumber us.
I think
It's not saying sacrificing this town. It's
We don't know for sure that
They're
that's
even
when they're
hostile.
coming.
exactly. So we could surprise them by setting up and having maybe you go and meeting them and trying to handle this an easier way.
I think Bhel is proposing an ambush. The ambush also seems like a good idea.
The issue I'm having is this is Amina's home, and if she's comfortable fighting in the town with the possibility of her home being destroyed, that's fine. But I don't think that's something we should risk. If they are hostile indeed, then they might start shooting flaming arrows or whatever and whatnot. And I just think the destruction of a town isn't worth that. Isn't worth seeing if they're hostile or not. And meeting them at the edge would be more like a peace treaty if they aren't.
Exactly.
We must decide quickly.
At least Marie.
She goes, since I do live here, I feel like I should have the most say in this, and I think you are right. I think we should go to the edge of town instead of using the town that we don't know if they're trying to pillage. So, but I do believe that we should figure out a way to hide. I will try to stand there. She goes, I will try to stand as an emissary just in case they want peace, but I will bring out, she goes, I'll bring out my axe just in case they want violence. So we'll
How
see.
tall are the buildings?
Buildings are usually 1 story high.
Yep.
Rarely are they 2 story.
I'm gonna ask Soter if he can help me up on top of whatever one that they're gonna, whatever direction they plan on meeting them. I want to be on the roof of that building.
So if we're using these, are they coming from you?
We will figure that out. Let's go ahead and do it. So, if they are coming from the north, I'd assume then. Yes, they'll be coming from me.
So it's not like a straight path into town. If it is, I can't see it.
No, the path isn't inherently straight. People kind of like built houses or built what they had, on what they were like, all right, cool, we're going to do it here, 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 here. They were just like, all right, cool, let's at least make sure the path is somewhat straight.
All right.
Alright, so this is like the
Edge of town.
edge of town, more than like the outskirts. So, yeah, town's small. So,
After I put Bhel on the roof, shall we go invisible? Or hide? That's to Niramour and Cuilorea.
I don't know. I would assume we would go invisible since part of the idea that Marie wants to do is to hide, but to still be around to give backup.
I'll go around the building, and I will put Bhel at the edge of his house. On the roof. The roof. Hope it's not on fire.
is that where you're putting him?
Yes.
Is that where you want to be?
Is it like nighttime?
No.
Yeah, so currently right now the sun is going down. It's kind of like right at that part of like last daylight. So it's around that time. People are starting to put.
Are you gonna set us up?
Yeah, where do you guys want to be?
The building Bell's on, I'm at the opposite end.
The opposite end?
Close to that corner.
This corner?
Yes, sir.
Alright. And then we're gonna bring it down. Then we're gonna bring it out. Then we're gonna bring it over. Alright, so you're there?
Yes.
We're gonna say that Angus went into a food coma because
That's
that
what he does.
is what Angus would do. Food coma. Gloria, where are you?
I feel like Angus would run at it, swing a hammer at its toe and miss.
If he knows, but he ate a lot of stew.
He really did. He didn't know he liked stew so much.
Because it reminded him of home. It's
And
like,
haggis.
it was haggis light.
So would Imina and her mom be pretty much?
At the front.
Yeah.
Do you have a human barbarian character?
Where would Niramour be? What is Niramour?
Somewhere.
I would probably
Neato.
be between the buildings, slightly behind them.
Slightly behind them.
I And yeah, well, not quite too big. Chubby pie.
Alright, so
You got your status circles?
Niramour.
Behind them, between the buildings.
I'm gonna ask Marie where she wants me, and then go there. I'm gonna tell her I can turn invisible, and then just.
And she looks at you and she says, I guess the best place to be would be right here. So, what we're going to do, because you guys are like literally at the end of town, we're going to bring this back, bring it back.
If three of us are invisible, do we need your invisible rings?
Yeah, let me find.
Three. I can't go invisible.
Oh.
I can disguise myself, but I can't go invisible.
Okay. I don't know why I thought you were our third invisible.
That's just it. We do like that.
It's her mood.
Her mood makes it
I believe
difficult.
you know that they make invisibility cloaks.
Yes, they're making.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Like they're like
Real life?
$50 on Amazon. Yeah. So what they do is like it's basically a green screen
Oh.
green screen cloak,
A light deflector.
and you record yourself and like using their app or whatever, and then it like translates the video into like you being invisible.
That's cool.
So who's invisible?
Me
I
and
am.
Cuilorea.
Angus
The ones
is
on the
scared.
edge. Woo!
Can Angus be invisible?
Angus
Yeah,
is dead.
invisible and asleep.
Oh my god, I put this in there.
Cuilorea cloaks him. It's like he's sleeping, don't disturb.
Don't
Just
disturb.
like it's like an invisibility shield for him or something.
Yep.
So as that happens,
It's just a child.
A chubby child. Well.
Much Angus for that one.
Bro, what the fuck is that?
Trouble.
Whatever he's on, kind of cute. Not gonna lie.
direwolf.
I wouldn't describe it as cute.
What is on its head? I'm confused.
Those are like bone.
That's a harness.
It's like bones protruding.
So cute.
I didn't finish painting it, so.
I just. From here, it looks like a figure riding a wolf that has a Ritz cracker for a head. Like, I cannot tell what that is. Really, for me. The thing on its head.
It's kind of hard to see.
But these?
No, on its head.
I don't
Or is
see
it somebody's arm holding something up?
Yeah, that's his arm. So.
Oh, it's holding a flag. Okay.
Like what?
Chelsey, you're blind.
I really am,
I
though.
see the Ritz cracker though.
Like,
I
its
do
head's
now,
so
yeah.
small and the flag was so big that, like, I didn't even register that it had
It's
a
like
head
a
for a
pyramid
second.
head.
Yeah, I just thought it was like I said, I thought it was a figure with a Ritz cracker for a head riding a horse. Or riding a wolf, I mean. I was just like, what is happening? Because, like, the flag, like, starts right where its head is, so it just looked like a neck. It looked like a neck and then a cracker.
Nate.
Ooh, what is that?
It ain't good. Well, it could be. He could be healed.
Is he a
It's
slime
He
warrior?
could be for
That's orc slime.
battlefield support.
Thank you.
Greg told me what they were, but I forgot.
They,
Like death and poison or something.
They had
Not
a,
good.
Great. Which one's my dad?
Huh.
None of them.
We'll see.
I assume one writing. If any of them.
Did I give you any of those?
Ooh, I forgot Give me one of the wards. Alright.
That does not look like a peaceful party. I'm just saying.
Orcs are great and misunderstood.
True.
Is my dad's name Mike?
Can't be.
My mom said Maria.
Yeah, but your mother's a human.
Or name Mike. That shouldn't be so funny, but it is.
It's spelled M-J-I-K-C-H-E. Mike.
Magic Mike. Like, who's your mom?
He did bag my mom.
I feel like I have his name somewhere in my...
Mike. I'm trying to accentuate the silent J. Large. Yeah. Get it, please.
Like Reykjavik.
Like what?
Reykjavik. Capital by.
Yeah.
Is it J there? Reykjavik.
Now I just sound like I'm trying to roll the I. Struggle. While we're on the subject of not being able to pronounce words, I would like you all to know as a fun fact that I'm pretty sure in college my Spanish teacher passed me because she thought I was nice. Just like, could not speak Spanish. Like I just threw out some words here and there. I couldn't use like the verbs or like conjunctions or anything like that. I just like threw out like the word that I needed, and I was like, okay, this, and then I like would put E every now and then to kind of like balance it out. She was like, "You did pretty good. I think you really need to kind of work on like the pretenses and past tenses of the words and stuff like that."
Jalapeno, not chopping.
And then she'd give me like a B.
In our second ever French class in college, like all we had learned how to say in class was, "Hi, my name is." I came in and said in French, "Hey, I left my notebook at home. Is there any way I could give you my homework on Friday?" And she was like, "Why are you in this class?" And I was just like, I failed a lot of biology classes. I need an A, please.
Can you teach biology? That'd be great.
She let me skip whenever I wanted. She had my friend call me one day and she's like, "Where's Tara?" And I was like, "Oh, it's pretty." So I ate outside and she's like, "Okay, just so there's a test on Friday."
Language teachers be like that though. Like so chill.
I made a shortcut on my French teacher's computer that would shut her computer down, and it had the icon of the Internet Explorer, and she kept clicking it every time her computer came back on. And I was like, "What did you learn?"
I love my French teacher.
Whoa.
Y'all spoke French. I
that
spoke
was
Spanish.
I
¿Cómo
didn't
estás? Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
I had a choice.
¿Cómo se dice?
Founders had to take French, and then the not smart people had to take Spanish. So.
That was my favorite.
I should have taken Spanish. But I had no
phrase
business.
in Spanish was "Como
Yeah.
se dice." Como se dice everything. Como se dice cow. Like,
¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice?
When I was
Bubble tea.
5, I was taking a bath in that bathroom in there, and your mom came in and said, "You have to start learning a language. You can pick Spanish, French, or German." And I was like, "French is pretty." And she's like, "Okay."
Ich liebe dich.
She also came in there and taught me hymn.
Arrivederci.
What are we doing right now? What are you
I
looking
blocked
for?
out half of my childhood, so I don't remember anything.
I think he's trying to figure out what my dad's name is.
We
It's
decided it. Just write it down.
M-J-I-K-C-H-E. Mike.
There were so many extra letters before. What happened? Oh my goodness. Let's just add 2 I's too while we're at it.
M-J-I-I-K-C-H-E. Mike.
Oh my goodness.
Mike.
There's more
Let's
consonants.
add a
less
Q
vowels.
and make it silent.
And R. There has to be an R.
French does that. But you just close your eyes and cover up half of the word, and what's left on the side is what you say.
Oh, that's
fair.
Just don't say the last 7 letters.
It's Mike.
It is Mike.
Kim J-I-I. M-I-K-C-H-E. Mike.
For some reason, I made an orc character. I think I showed it to you. I named him Vilberg.
Filbert?
Like Velberg. I'm like, all I could think is when I looked at it was Dingleberg. How do you spell this, Mike?
M-J.
Oh wow, we're actually on with that.
I-I-K-C-H-E.
This is hilarious.
Mike.
It's like the Django. Just Django.
It's Django.
D's.
The D
The
is
Django.
sound. I bet the D is sound. Alright.
The Django.
Alright,
I know.
so you guys see as this group of orcs kind of comes strolling in, and you can kind of see like two of them in the back kind of have spells just like at the ready. And
I cast your bitch.
the leader gets off of his dire wolf, and he looks and goes, "Who is the leader?"
I'm hidden, by the way.
You're also the leader, Greg.
I am gonna look at my mom, just be like, "Is it you?"
she kind of looks at
He's just gonna have a conversation with himself.
she
It's
kind of
really
looks
funny.
at you, and she looks at you and smiles and goes, pats you on the butt, just pushes you right in front of you. He goes, "You're gonna learn someday."
Guess
Welcome.
I'm gonna do a little stumble forward, and that would be me. My voice cracks.
That would be me.
Me?
And he looks at you and he says,
Has a mild panic attack.
I literally said, "I'm anxious."
he looks at you and says, "Alright, things are gonna happen one or two ways. Either we're gonna come and we're gonna take everything, or put everything we want middle of the town and we're on our way."
Has my mom given me any reason to believe that we got any of these books? Like, can I tell?
She kind of looks at you and kind of puts her hand on your shoulder, and she's like, "These aren't your father's books."
They see that she's an orc, right?
Yeah.
Or half orc.
That might be why they made the deal.
I'm gonna take my shield off my back, and I'm gonna say, we can discuss that, but first I'd like to know if you know the orc who owned this shield.
He looks at that shield. He looks at that shield and goes, "Yep, I know what happened to that traitor. He was sold away
Oh.
somewhere. He's enslaved to somebody as we gain money for what he has done."
What do you mean?
"What do you mean? What do I mean? He's a traitor. He betrayed us and his people. He led these people to astray, and we are now doing things a bit different."
Do you have a soft voice like that? You're so very much less.
Do what?
Does he talk softly like this? Because if so, I'm not as great.
I mean,
That was just like.
his voice would. It would sound a little bit like
Yes.
this.
Tara, what was that? You win.
Yikes!
You know,
That's good.
more. It
Guttural.
would be more guttural, more jawful. It would sound a little more like this.
I was triggered because I always think of Ragnar. That's what that was. So.
Well, well,
Orcs
that
are
is a
British.
traitor. What is it you're needing?
How about you put everything out in the middle of the town, and I will decide what we need and what we don't.
But this town doesn't have much anyway.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, your personal problem, because there's not much to take.
He looks at you.
I'm gonna send a message to Cuilorea and be like,
Such a you.
and Imina, and be like, what are we doing? What is everything?
What is it?
What is everything?
He said, what everything? What is everything? Do you want the bowls? Like,
I don't know. I'm confused as to what everything is.
I can make the first attack when you
Are there any other? Is it just this group that came, or is there any sign of possible reinforcements that would come for some reason? As far as like I can see.
That you know of? No.
That can I see? Is there any?
He's looking out past them
Yeah.
from on top of the roof to see if they got backup.
Make a perception check.
18.
18. No, you don't see anything out there behind them. No, you don't see anything. But where did we leave off? I feel like I was distracted by.
He said leave it in the middle. She's like, we ain't got much. That's your problem. I'll bet it's your problem. That's where we're at.
Alright.
Mexican standoff.
Alright.
Tumbleweed.
You kind of see as he stands there and he says,
It didn't make it.
you see is like, he kind of stands there and says, so what's it going to be? We're not going to dance around this. We're not going to dance around this. We're not going to try to discuss this. I'm giving you two options. You can either take one, leave one. That's the only choice you really got. So what will it be? We burn down your city or your town to the foundation, or you cooperate.
Then what you gonna do? A strong wind blows.
Guy move.
Where are you moving to?
Diagonal towards them.
So,
Are you still moving?
Yeah. So like when it's my turn, I don't have to take 2 turns just to get to him. So I want to be closer to him.
so where are you moving?
Give me about 20 spaces toward them. Not 20 spaces. 20 feet.
Right here?
Yes.
Yeet.
Gonna.
If not, or we can do this peacefully.
The 4 in the back. Make a wisdom save.
Are we rolling initiative? We gotta roll initiative.
Wait a damn minute, guys. Y'all
Nope.
fucking up my plan.
They're rolling wisdom.
I could have killed them all.
You probably still can. Nobody's moved.
Well, if they notice something, they're gonna move.
They don't notice it until it happens.
I have to just get tingles in their belly.
I guess I'm gonna say those aren't the only 2 options, and I'm gonna take my axe out of my back pocket.
Okay, so then I'm assuming that's the signal.
Alright, so.
Wait.
The signal was the wisdom save.
Can I cast Erupting Earth before they even know?
Alright, hold on. If we're doing a surprise round, we're doing a surprise round. So.
That was the signal.
50.
What do you want us to do?
Hold on. We're gonna go with the surprise round first. And who are you getting?
The back 4.
The back 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I'm just trying to see. Excuse me.
You're good. Oh, baby, you're fine. Talk to my silly accent.
Do spells get damage modifiers like melee attacks do?
If there's a modification.
You don't add it to it.
Alright.
You ready?
So these 2 fail and that one fails. What happens?
They can make 1 action a turn. They get -2 to their AC and Dex.
So they're slowed.
And if a creature attempts to cast a spell with a cast time of 1 action, I roll a d20 on 11 or higher. The spell doesn't take effect until their next turn. And yeah, they can they use 1 action or a bonus action, not both. And regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than 1 melee or range attack during its turn.
Still move.
Where is it? Here we go. We'll just say there's thunder.
So as he made that jest and Imina kind of stiffened up, went ahead and hurled an orb in the darkness, and it landed in the middle of the 2 casting those spells. And it just kind of, you don't really see much, but the air kind of seems liquidy, plasma-y.
Is that like 2 actions?
No.
You rolled the orb. Oh, the orb that you rolled is what you did spell. Okay.
As soon as I see him do that, I'm gonna cast Erupting Earth. If possible. If not, then
Alright. Where are you casting it on?
all of them. I'm pretty sure it's a 20 radius.
Where's the center?
Where I can get them all without hitting them.
2 squares in.
Are you getting these guys?
Yes. Yes.
Everybody but the allies.
So you're getting these 3.
Everyone.
Yeah, it's 20 foot is 4 squares in a
20-foot
All
cube
of it.
centered on that point.
a
Yes.
20-foot cube.
A
Yeah.
20
Oh
foot
no,
cube.
that's 4. That's 4.
So that's going to be 2 to the right,
Yeah.
2 to the right. So if you're trying to get it, you're getting these guys, and then you would probably get.
It's a 20-foot. Show me the dimensions.
So you can get here, alright?
And then get the people behind them too. I just wouldn't get the 2 on the outside. Is that what you're saying? I can get the 5 of them.
So if you're trying to go for
Damn it, ads.
I know. It's the reason why I miss premium. Alright, so you would get this. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, crap.
Damn.
And then 4, 1, 2, 4, and
So I get the 5 right in the middle.
so you can get the 5 in the middle.
Okay, that's fine.
Hitting this point right there.
Okay. So they all need to make dexterity saves with those.
I get -2 to the ones affected by the thing. Get -2 to that roll.
Alright. Let's crack out the ones that haven't been cracked. Oh boy. Alright, so let's do this. Where's my D20? Where's my metal D20?
I'm gonna grab it.
Right there.
Alright, so we're gonna go for the big guy on the horse.
Oh, big guy on the horse.
And what did he have to make?
15 is my saving throw.
Alright, he passes.
That's dumb.
Alright, let's go to the person to the right of him. And he has to make a 15 in what?
Dexterity saving throw.
He fails. Alright, now let's do the female to the right. Right, separate. She definitely fails. That's a natural 1.
Oh, did she injure herself?
Alright, so now we're going, and then you say, does this person get disadvantage? The person who's slowed, what happens?
-2.
-2 on the dex rolls.
Yeah,
That's a natural 1.
Oh boy, both of them rolled 1.
And then
Oh boy.
that person rolls a 3.
God, those are good dice. Keep those
Keep
out.
those out.
They only roll well for the other group. Because that was gifted to me by that group.
Nice.
Alright.
Okay.
Everybody roll for initiative. And
All of them that fail take 35 damage. The one that didn't fail takes 17. Or that passed takes 17.
alright.
Because they
So,
take half.
Blew up the world.
give me a second.
And it's.
Hold on. Give me a second. I gotta write down.
I told you to wait. You guys can't. I could do some big shit.
Well, I helped you. They're not in trouble.
Hopefully they think it's an earthquake and run away. I don't know. Hopefully they've never seen a druid in their life and
The
run away.
3 are on difficult terrain and
Yeah.
can barely move. So
So-
they're not going nowhere.
We're rolling initiative, you said?
Yeah, everybody roll for initiative.
Let's see, man.
Okay, that's not too bad.
God damn.
15.
This thing's
Plus-
rolling up.
Okay. So also the ground in that area is difficult terrain until cleared away, and each square takes 1 minute to be cleared.
Did they go prone or anything? I know that thing does a lot. But
No, they don't go prone.
No. A creature takes 3d12 bludgeoning damage on a failed save or has to match on a successful one. Additionally, the ground in the area becomes difficult terrain until cleared away. Each 5-foot square portion in the area requires 1 minute to be cleared by hand. Druids are the best class. I don't know, monks, Monks cannot do that much damage to that many people at once.
You're just like, it's 35 damage to the whole party.
What am I missing? What am I missing?
Druid's Arcana opens
I
right.
feel like I'm missing
Especially like when you get to higher levels, you can polymorph into a dragon, have 600 health. Then when you get to 0, then you go to your full health. Like you're
To
basically.
be honest, I don't really think you can polymorph in the dragon. Maybe I'm wrong. I do believe that Castle played that role that he wanted it to. But, alright, so what's the initiative order? 25 to 20.
22.
Alright.
20. No, I'm not. Nothing matters.
Did I kill anyone?
Hold on. I haven't figured that stuff out. 15 or 20 to 15.
16.
It's like what we scored on the test.
15 to 10.
Wow, Niramour. Coming in low, like always.
I got a 5.
4.
Oh my god.
Last, but not the last.
Y'all sus.
Niramour's always first into battle.
Corey, what did you get? 15?
16.
16?
What? Yeah, 15, but plus 1 initiative. So, if that means take me.
She's also a scaredy cat, so there's that.
We're gonna go with.
I guess I'd be moderately scared too.
And then we're gonna go.
I guess I'd be moderately scared too.
Do we?
Alright. And let's go ahead and get out.
What was that again? Being a bad bitch.
I'm rolling for my elixir. Sorry. I like this battle music.
Alright. So,
I get that little from Valentine with Taylor Swift. They play a lot of Taylor Swift songs today.
alright. So, let's start up at the top of the round. Bhel, your turn.
So, the go boom, and then they're underneath them.
So as that all happens, you can kind of hear the one behind him, and you can kind of hear him go, "Sir," or you hear her go, "Sir," and then he goes, "Well, looks like you guys chose wrong."
Do they look injured? All that.
Let's see.
From being a bad bitch.
Hold on. Let me try.
Specifically, just the 2 spellcasters. That's what I'm looking at.
Hold on.
Yeah. Spellcasters aren't very beefy.
Alright, so let me see if I got this correct when it came to it. So who passed and who failed? Crap.
The only
green?
person that passed was the middle one.
Them?
Yeah. and he took 17, but the other 4 took 35.
Yep. Another 5?
Yeah, I hit 5, but yeah, only 1 fact. Because the rest, one of them rolled 1, another one rolled 1, one of them rolled 3, and the other one rolled like.
You said 17. Alright. And then
The rest 35.
35?
Yeah.
Yeet.
Are they down? Dead?
Okay, maybe it's Jared.
Who has the biggest kill streak?
I don't know. But it's probably this chick like
Yeah, I think it is. You yeeted all the werewolves.
I kill everything I come in contact to.
I'm hitting the green one. I have an orb, so I'm turning green and hurl it at him. Or her.
You just call me a mass murderer.
17 plus 23 hit.
23 hits.
Alright, and it makes a constitution. Yeah, constitution save. Beat 15. 15 or greater.
You have to roll to hit and make a save.
Yeah, well, it adds a poison for
Yeah,
8
it's
seconds.
natural 20.
Alright, I'm gonna use a sorcery point to roll this dice. I rolled another one. Bad dice. 9 points of damage, and he or she made the save.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I grab another orb and hurl it at. We'll do the same person. 22.
22 hits.
1d8. 2 points of cold damage, and speed is reduced by 10.
he ain't moving.
The green one.
Alright. Imina, your turn.
I use my movement.
I'm gonna run at the guy on the wolf thing and attack. Just gonna swing my axe at something that I can hit.
Alright, go for attack.
Wow.
What are we looking at here?
I got 23.
Starring 2 Avengers?
God, I hate this so much. What was that?
23.
23 hits. God, you got her hidden.
Oh, we're doing good today.
I won't be able to do anything.
This is D10.
Good. How we like it.
Wow.
Who are you running up to and who are you?
I don't know if I am.
I also think I'm uninvisible below you. I don't know if that's when I get hit or when.
That's 12 damage. Is this a D8? What do I do?
I am not
You're just
invisible.
going to work, right?
Yes.
And everyone else be here
Yes.
to tell me what my damage is.
What happened?
Oh, I swung at the thing and damaged it for the 12 points.
12 points damage.
I don't know what I actually did, if I hit him or if I hit the wolf or what, but I swung at something.
Alright, so.
What does that mean?
Trigger something.
What did you do?
Rolled a nat 1 on the axe.
What?
I don't know yet. I'll get back to you guys.
Alright. Cuilorea.
Am I next?
Yeah, you're next.
Well, no one's hurt yet, so it's not really. Everyone's still in the same area?
Right now. They weren't able to move. It surprised back into a
I'm
full
gonna
frontal.
do erupting earth again. This time I can.
Does it get more erupted?
But yeah, this time I'm gonna not where Imina is because I don't want her to get hit, so I'm gonna do it more to the back. Wait, what?
Imina's not hitting.
Well,
So,
let's.
if you do the same spot, she's not gonna get hurt.
But it would only be the 3. Is there any way that I could do the 4 in the back instead of the person up front?
No.
Are they too far apart?
Yeah,
You
too
get
far.
3 of them. You get 3 of them if you put it on one of them.
You can get 2 of them on the spellcaster. Oh.
Okay. I guess I'll do that again. Erupting earth where I did it last time. So I didn't get hit. I need to make 6 years.
Alright. Main guy gets it, the other 2 fail.
The ones who fail take 22 damage and the other guy takes 11.
Put that card.
Are you talking about... Did you lose my card?
No. Temporarily misplaced it.
What's the X for? Yeah.
I'll read that, but I'm just mad.
Alright, so is that in your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's go ahead and describe out all the stuff that happens. So, you guys, as he says, you know, that's your decision, or these are your choices, you need to make them. Bhel, you cast out slow onto these guys, and as at the same time this happened, Cuilorea jumps in and casts Erupting Earth, so you just kind of see as these guys kind of realize that they're in slow motion. One kind of starts looking, or she starts looking over to her friends, and then starts feeling the earth tremble, and she's like, "Sir!" And as she says that, the leader kind of just goes, "Looks like you guys chose wrongly," and as all that happens, yay! As all that happens, Imina runs up and attacks the man on the dire wolf, kind of hitting the wolf more than him. And now, then you cast Interrupted Earth again. Now,
They're in a sinkhole. They did.
So he gets off. He jumps off of his.
Does it say anything about the earth if it's already difficult terrain?
Just difficult terrain.
No, if it's already difficult terrain.
It doesn't say anything about that. I guess it's up to the DM's design, but no, not specifically.
Alright. So, we'll allow her to go.
Are you dead?
I hope the net one would do something with it. I mean, like,
What do you have to roll for?
a D6 DC 15 wisdom saving throw. I mean, like, I failed the saving throw, so, like, I have to deal with the consequences of that, but, like, nothing special if it was, like, super low, so.
Got a lot going on.
Damn! It's a lot of circles. 13 seconds. You slowed, and eat it. You gotta eat. Status effect.
Alright, so. Let's see, he makes a. So he takes his spear. So when he sees that you come up to him and you attack his direwolf, he takes the flag that he's holding, jumps like he's kind of like in a pouch. He kind of like uses it, jumps off the horse, pulls out this flag, and he jams it like right between like your armor. And as he does that, he goes in with like a very informal style. He takes his sword in for a like a back cross. I just rolled 2 natural 20s.
Okay.
So I looked down, I rolled them, and then I went over here, and then I came back, and I was like, those are natural 20s.
Yackers.
Alright.
What else did you say? The flag and then what?
And his sword. So he's got his sword, he kind of pulled out and did like this. Instead of holding it and doing like this, he kind of did like almost like a, it's like a, I guess a back hand or whatever.
Okay.
He's just holding it differently. So the sword can go, kind of like how Cuilorea does, or another Jedi holds their blade back.
Ray was doing it too.
Yeah.
I was watching it today.
So how much damage do I take?
I am about to figure that out.
Probably dead. That's probably a 1-hit KO.
Alright.
Oh.
He gets to double both of his attacks.
Yep, cool.
Need Matt to be here to say, it's not challenging enough. Give us a real challenge.
I don't
Take
know
them
what
all
it
on by
is.
myself.
Alright. 7, 24. Alright, so for the sphere, that's 14 points of damage. Okay, anybody know someone give me the stats for a sword.
A sword?
Yes, a sword.
I mean, what type of sword, oh boy?
Short sword?
Just a regular sword.
Long sword? Short sword?
I'm doing it without looking
Long sword.
Long sword. 1d8.
8d6. 8d8.
Alright.
He's using it with two hands, it's 1d10.
Alright, it's one-handed. Because they have great axe in here and... Ooh, daddy. Alright, 7. And that's 14 points on the sword. Alright.
I would be almost needed.
So he looks at you and as he's like trying to push the as he goes for the swipe and he's trying to push the flag in deeper and he says you will be the spot where this he says you will be the spot where this flag is buried. And as he's like going in for trying to just dig it in deeper. She casted Bless, and then she's going to go with as we do. No, it doesn't do anything. Alright. What did you say with the ice attack? It does like minus 5 feet?
10.
Minus 10 feet? Alright.
And they're all on difficult terrain.
Half it. Whatever we're doing, half it up.
Minus 10. Half minus 10.
So
You get 5 feet.
she's out. So that's all that mattered. Alright. Let's see.
So it's half and then minus 10.
That's dirty. I like it.
Support. Utility spell.
I know.
Awesome. There we go. So you see as all that happens and you guys see as like this flag is stabbed into Imina and this sword kind of crosses against her armor. You guys hear this like very like deep guttural like blood curdling scream as you see Amina's mom almost grow like
Oh shit.
twice her size, and she doesn't like grow twice her size. Like you can kind of tell like this woman.
She got beefy.
She like you know when like someone's like about to fight, they just kind of make themselves big, and that's what she does. She just kind of grabs her great axe, and you can tell that she's like really gripping at it as she goes.
Get her baby.
And
Imina, you looking weak.
she goes reckless.
Yeah, you feel it.
Look, kid, that's what I'm looking.
Let's see. +5 to hit, so that's 19. I'm especially sure that 19 hits. And then we roll for damage. Oh god, I almost didn't know what a D12 was. Alright. She does. Alright, so that was her turn.
Music's about to switch.
Thanks, Boo. Alright, Cuilorea, your turn.
No, yeah.
Oh, wait, sorry. Did it again. Niramour.
Alright.
At Next Insurance, we get your
You're
business
like
started.
opposites. I don't know.
I am going to swell into a rage.
Do you too?
And
You can rage?
Are you raging?
I'm necrotic shrouding.
Oh. I thought you were going barbarian mode.
My wings are gonna come out.
Oh.
And
Do you shriek?
I'm yelling, "You will not hurt my friend or her town," very intimidatingly, which they have to make an intimidation save anyway as I do that. So does anyone who can see me, but I think all of you are safe from that actually, so really it's just for him.
Bhel looks over. What the fuck?
So that's
Falls
part
off the
one,
building.
trying to see if he's frightened.
Petrified. You killed her. Killed my cat. I'll kill you. People forget about this scene.
Alright, what does he have to make?
My spell save's a 14, so I assume
What
that.
about Filch?
14.
Yeah, he makes
What
it.
about Filch?
Okay. So I'm rolling this for wild magic. I got a 7.
Okay.
Damn.
Look at one.
Well, he told me other numbers were gonna do stuff now because they're in magical storms and stuff is gonna happen more.
Oh, cool.
So that's why I'm telling him it's a 7. I'm not sure what happens on any number
I
now.
see one.
You're good.
Okay. And it's gonna hit. I'm just trying to not hit you and your mom.
I think so.
5 feet wide. Okay. Can I step like? Can I step like out here diagonally? That's Cuilorea.
What is going on, Craig? You okay?
Go up one, like toward you, and then
Toward
toward me.
Cuilorea.
Me.
Do it again. Toward her.
Who goes this way?
And then diagonally this way. Alright, if I'm on one more.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, if I'm doing that, will I miss her mom?
Yes.
Okay, so him, and I guess probably the guy behind him with the purple slow, because it's a 100-foot line. It's 5 feet
Oh, I
wide,
thought
but
you were
it's
gonna use
100
the
foot
straw.
long.
This is a straw thing.
Yeah.
Okay, they need to make dexterity saving throws. That's a lot of good numbers.
She's a bad bitch.
-2 to the saving throw on the purple.
both take 30 points of lightning damage.
Woo!
30? God.
And 5 points of necrotic.
Shit's not coming back to them.
And that guy.
I look like a hippie.
Killed him.
Yeah. I'll do it myself and I'll just walk around like freaking Sid's
Dead
toys.
guys.
Alright.
Eat it.
Woo!
Now
Yeah, more has to look.
it is time.
For me?
No.
Yeah,
I have the most intense ones. You might have more people, but I'm out here saying, like, you're
Alright.
gonna pay for what you did while I'm slamming him into the ground.
So,
or, like,
what does the spellcaster have to make to cast a spell now?
I roll, and on 11 or higher, it doesn't take effect until his next turn. Where the fuck did it go? Where the fuck did it go? You heard it roll. Oh, okay, 17. It doesn't take effect till next turn. I was like, what the fuck?
It rolled away into oblivion.
It did. I heard it like do everything, and I was like, it's not here.
Yes, we're doing it. I believe in the power of friendship.
What are these spells? Alright, so that doesn't happen until next turn. And
Then he has to use his action on his next turn to cast it.
let's see. One person left is this guy. How much movement? Is their movement is halved or what?
No, it's just difficult terrain for him, so yeah, half.
Well, he was slowed. Yeah.
He has to, it's halved. So is it halved? So
No. He was out.
I don't know, I think it's halved.
No, he
Because
was
it's two different effects.
yes, but he was out. He was out. He wasn't affected by the.
Oh, okay, then it's just half. So, yeah, it's just half. I mean, you can just kind of walk up and pop.
We'll see. I'm trying to
Pop
figure. I
away.
don't know if I'm invisible, do I have advantage on melee attacks, or if not, I might just cast something.
Alright, let's see.
I get you.
How can he see me?
You're on a roof.
I'm hidden, bro. I'm in the back. Okay, so imagine if I stood at that end. Would they be able to see me? I'm 2'6", bro.
Bro.
That's not how. It's not how geometry works.
Well, I mean, I guess they could. They're not dumb
Also,
like she said. They're
roofs
smart, so
aren't-
they could probably see where you threw.
Not all. Then
I
also,
mean, I threw in front of them.
I
Yeah,
think
you're
you're
probably-
seeing the roof
No.
as it is right there.
Even
But-
if it is flat.
It's not.
Even if it is flat. Look, I'm 2'6". They would have to be. Their sight goes.
so
I
they're
don't think
probably
they do.
going to see when you were there, and then say, "Alright, cool. Let's see what I can do."
Would it hit him because of the arch in the roof?
Guess it depends on what he's casting. He
Talking
could be
about not
casting.
being able to see over roofs reminded
He's
me of the time
casting
when
that.
I was in the backyard and Matt threw a basketball over the house thinking, there's no way it'll hit her in the whole yard and hit me right in the face.
That's really funny.
20.
No, it was. No, it's 14.
AC is 13.
Oh, it hits. Oh, wow.
What hits?
Damn,
A spear.
There's no fucking way.
It's at disadvantage. He had advantage, so it was a single roll.
It's possible. I mean, it's not like.
It's the basketball
It's the
situation.
basketball,
Yeah,
pretty
pretty
much.
much.
It's just like this.
You're just unlucky, though.
Experiment for the chieftain.
I'll take this.
Nine points of damage.
I'm dead.
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
Here.
Alright,
See me plunge off the
so
mountain.
If I melee, do I have an advantage since I'm invisible? I don't remember how. I've never done it.
I guess it would be like sneak attack, but you would also lose invisibility.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, heal.
Hails Bales.
I don't think anyone's. No, I haven't. I don't know for like.
Well, that's
Cut
what
his
I'll
throat.
Yeah, okay. Now let's stand up. I see what's up. Let me head toward Red Rainbow.
I'm surprised Red Rainbow isn't dead yet because me and Niramour can still a lot of damage.
Let me see if I can
Oh
actually.
no, Niramour hit the other guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
I hit
do you want to go behind? Because that's difficult terrain right now.
No, I don't want. I want to go to the edge of the terrain. I don't need it. It's not going to be a melee attack. If I can't
Because
get
it's
in.
an arch, so it's a rainbow, but it's red.
Those look really cool, by the way.
They are cool.
I still haven't finished them yet. I'm sad.
What am I doing?
They look cool.
Thanks, guys.
I feel that way about stuff. I'm like, I'm still not done with it though.
I died and I was rushing through it.
Does a 15 hit?
Red Rainbow?
Red
Their
Rainbow.
AC is -2. His AC is -2.
Yep. Go ahead.
I'm gonna come out of invisibility like the predator
Okay. Now hear me out.
and hit him. Okay.
No, go ahead. You're good.
I'm listening. I'm hearing you out.
No, something completely irrelevant. Well, I was thinking about My Little Pony and who our characters would be.
God.
It's not. It really
I was thinking she would be Rarity. He would be Applejack because of the loyalty thing. I'd probably be Fluttershy because the animal like gets mad when friends get hurt, technically, you know.
13.
You would be Twilight Sparkle because you're this like you're.
Because she's Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah. I don't know.
Red Rainbow takes 15
I'm
points.
Pinkie Pie.
of
Niramour, I mean.
acid. No, it's
She's
more than
at
15.
first like really shy and conservative for
Does it
herself,
matter?
and then gets a group.
Yes,
She's also smart and plans things out.
Okay.
Has wings. I was thinking Angus would be Rainbow Dash because he's headstrong and only sees his way, and then he would be Pinkie Pie because Pinkie Pie is like really creative and like
19.
does stuff, and that's what he does.
19 points of acid.
Alright.
Should hit him.
19 points of ass.
19 points of ass. Shakes the ass. It's too much for him.
She's so
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
Hashtag seduced.
Hashtag seduced.
Here for Battlefield Combat and support. Passes this ass.
Yes. I don't even know what are y'all talking about.
You said acid damage
You
and they
said
said
19 points of acid,
acid.
but Chelsey was like, I thought I said 19 points of ass. So we're talking about Soter shaking his butt to attack people.
I can see his mechanics. He's going, doot, doot, doot.
Alright, so you just
And we're like, you need to put some oil in this.
a part of me almost
Because
sees
the
it
ears
like
working.
you run invisible and like
Right,
you
like
pop
invisible.
up. You pop up like what's his name from King of the Hill? Is it Dale? Who does the pocket sand?
Oh yeah.
And that's all I have to do here. Pocket sand. Just like instantly, pocket sand, and you just get it right in this girl's face. She just Alright, Bhel, your turn.
What did you do? What's going
Through
on?
acid.
Acid.
Is it-
Melts
are they
acid
poison?
arrow. Yeah.
They're
No,
poison?
It's acid. Wait.
Yeah, that's as good.
Acid and poison damage are different.
Yeah, they're different. It's acid.
No,
Yeah.
let's go.
Because when I cast Chaos Bolt, I can pick between acid or poison.
Two different things. Like lightning and thunder damage is two different things.
Move up like 2 feet. 2 boxes. Turleen. We'll do Ray of Sickness on the red one. And make a Constitution saving throw, -2.
Constitution saving throw.
Yep. -2. You got big
15.
15. I rolled a net 20 on this attack, so what do you want me to do?
He rolled a net.
It's a projectile. The roll is for poison, if they're poisoned.
You
Ray
roll
of
to
Sickness.
hit and you roll to see. He rolls to hit, you roll to see if the hit poisons you.
Oh. Wait, let me see the card.
He wants to hit the net 21.
No, because I don't think he needs to roll for
No,
it.
it's
That's
a
what
ranged
I was
attack spell.
originally thinking, but
It says make a ranged attack.
Yeah, I had to do the same thing for the acid arrow. You got to make a ranged attack.
I forget about those. Alright, okay, so it's an actual 20, so
you
Crit?
roll twice.
It's a crit.
You roll
so
to 8.
it's a crit, so you would roll the crit damage, but I only take half of that crit damage.
Why did he miss?
Well, no, that's not.
No,
That's just for
it's
poison.
just to see if you're poisoned, not if you.
Yeah.
Oh,
take the
oh,
damage
okay.
or
I
not.
thought it was one of those. If you
Is crit damage
so
double?
if I made it,
Yeah.
if I made it, you would have taken nothing.
No. If you
No.
make it, you're not poisoned. If you don't
the
make it, you're
attack still
poisoned.
hits you,
Oh.
but it's an after effect.
Oh, it's kind of like whenever you're playing Pokemon and you hit them with a poison attack.
And you have a
Yeah.
chance to,
They have
yeah,
a chance. Okay, cool. It's not
as
one
a
of those.
as a person.
I was thinking because you're like you have to make a Constitution save, so I was like, all right,
Okay.
cool. Either he's going to be poisoned or not,
Sorcery
or
point.
he's gonna be-
to reroll these two.
I did a little bit on my phone, but that's it.
8, 11, 15, 20 points.
20 points.
Yes.
Ugh. They've come a mighty long way.
And then
To get
use my
smacked
stone
around.
movement to go back to where I was. And as I kind of lay down, observing the area.
Are you
I feel-
going prone, or are you?
I mean, I'm literally 2 foot, so there's not really. If I kneel down, I'm prone. But I feel something come up on my side, and I'm like, "What the hell was that?" And I see a little head pop out behind my cloak, and it's a little flying squirrel. I say, "What are you doing, buddy?"
Alright.
Is it tink?
So,
Wait, whistles.
Bells.
Alright. Imina.
Alright. I am going to take my axe with both hands. And I'm gonna say to the guy who's trying to shove a flag in my shoulder. This flag was forged with my ancestors' blood, sweat, and tears. And then I'm gonna shove him back with like the pointy part of my axe
Pommel?
up there.
The pommel. I'm going to say the pommel, even though the pommel's usually the bottom of it, but we'll say the pommel on the top.
That was a 10. I have an extra hit.
Alright, go for it.
That's a 19.
That hits.
So, I'm gonna, I guess, I don't know, kind of poke at him, but he moves
So,
back,
like-
so I just shove harder to try to get him off of me.
So, you try to, you have your axe and you kind of go for the jab, and like because of the way that flag is kind of in your like shoulder-ish area, you kind of wince and kind of flinch one way, but then you kind of like muscle through it and you just like bow like right through like right there in the jaw. How much damage does it do?
12.
12 points of damage.
And then I am gonna use action surge, so I'm gonna use one of my
Do it.
superiority dice.
Do it.
To smile and continue on. Oh, good.
Oh, so you missed. I'm sorry.
I got a 2.
Oof. Alright. Prepare. Let's go into the bloodsoaking ring. Alright, so that definitely hits. And then we go for a D12. Someone hand me a D12.
Bad one. Give him a bad one.
No, this is a good one. Good.
Shit. I think I gave him one.
Oh.
Yeah, it's your
Oh,
mom.
okay, good.
Oh,
There we go.
these are skies. Here.
Alright, thank you.
What you roll with it?
An 8. Alright, so with like you guys see as this as her mother kind of like takes what is a two-handed battle axe and just kind of like grabs it with one arm, and you just see as she goes and like she kind of has this like pre-up step and she swings it one arm, grabs it with the other arm, just goes for like a baseball swing right to the guy's face, and like as she's doing that, she kind of cuts off the flag and smacks the guy right in the face. Alright, let's see. This person is going to go. Is slow concentration?
Nope. It just lasts for up to 1 minute.
Slow is not concentration?
Concentration.
Slow is concentration.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no C. I'll show you this. There's C. So there's no C. Alright. My bad.
Cole's just like, this is.
I've never.
They're still stuck in rocky terrain though, so they're already
Well, this
little
guy's
slow.
free.
That's true.
taking into account the rocky terrain.
Yeah, he was already out.
Nira,
Oh dear.
hit me.
Oh my.
You about to get beat the fuck up. Pop up.
Alright, that is 19.
I was like, look, there's no C.
No, I looked at it and I was like,
Always check for the C's.
concentration is dumb.
Concentration is not dumb.
Concentration
It makes
is dumb.
stuff
It makes stuff not broken.
I think it's dumb. I can't do anything because all my spells require concentration, so I can't do anything like.
You know,
Change out your spells.
I can help with that.
You take
Can we get not concentration?
8 points of damage.
Yeah, we'll start.
Me take 8 points.
Yes, you take 8 points of damage.
So I can heal and do moonbeam at the same time.
Alright, and then.
You don't break. You get I'm gonna do quickening spell so I can cast 2 level 3 concentration spells in one time.
Been thinking about it. I already used one last
that's
time
how it
though, so
works.
that I could do Necrotic Shroud and Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I get all that extra necrotic damage to enemies.
Is someone taking their turn? One of the
Yes.
orcs?
One of the orcs is taking its turn. It's
yeah.
just one's a spellcaster. Alright, so.
That one's a spellcaster? Oh,
Red
Green
Rainbow.
Rainbows are?
Yeah, red and green rainbow are spellcasters.
How are they not dead?
I
They
heard
got hella health,
I
and I hit them
for
twice.
sure Red Rainbow would be
Yeah.
smushed after that.
She is all close.
Because I hit them both for 35, and then both of them again for 22.
Alright, is
And then,
well.
I deal like 32.
Spellcasters can be beefy.
Let's see. I need.
For the big boss, because if they die, then usually the rest of everyone else just doesn't matter.
I need.
We should get a big guy.
So.
Always take the spell
I need Soter, Imina, and Niramour to all make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma.
Shit, I know, I was like, damn.
I'm good.
Niramour
wait.
got this, but
Yeah.
Soter does not.
Let me see something.
I'm not good at this.
Dang.
My neck broke.
Can I see
Like,
your
you were
Eberron?
like,
Why you going to see my Eberron? Why you never
Good
get
thing
your
I got a
Eberron?
plus
That's a good
6.
question.
Because
I don't even know where mine is.
What are you looking for?
All right. No, I don't need it. I don't need it.
What are you looking for?
come on.
What are you looking for?
Just my Warforged.
Oh, what's that for you guys?
You
What are
go
you
by
looking for?
intelligence.
Oh, you might not be able to get.
Yeah, but it's just.
Well, that's
I
pretty
got
long good for me.
But okay, charisma.
I got a
This is-
12 with my plus 6 to charisma.
This is the biggest polo.
Right.
Dark.
18?
No, I rolled a 6 and I got to add 6.
Oh. Rip. At least you can get a 7.
I did not succeed.
Oh my god. Y'all are frightened.
Oh no.
Y'all are taking over.
I haven't
I'll
heard.
kill all of them.
charisma. Oh, that would be so good.
I'm just gonna use all of your.
Well, let's take away this invisibility and
Take away mine too.
I've been not invisible for like 7 rounds now.
And not invisible.
yeah.
Take a floor
I
above
haven't even had 2
Nick.
full rounds.
Huh?
I haven't even had 2 full rounds. I've only got to take 1 turn.
Well, I was in it's a hyperbole.
Hyperbole.
I don't even know what that means.
Hyperbole.
Hyperbole just means it's just stretched out.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Amina,
think
what did
it's
you
so
get?
hot outside I could fry an egg on the side.
I got
That's true.
a 9.
Alright.
Can you really fry an egg?
Yes. Texas myself.
What's wrong with me?
You have been banged.
You feel great.
You've been what?
I have been what?
Banged?
Yep, banged.
Bang.
I don't
He
understand.
shook his cheeks and took advantage of
He
it.
got banged.
Alright, so basically
You
what
just couldn't
happens
help
is
it.
when you fail this saving throw, whenever a target that fails this saving throw makes a attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the roll number from the attack roll or saving throw.
This is not that bitch
The
energy.
funny thing is that I have like boldness on, and I add a D4
So
for the same thing. So
Yeah, so just hits out.
I'm just like, oh, this is weird. But
Alright, and
So-
then you got a what?
12.
A
whenever
12.
you make an attack roll or a saving throw,
I thought you were hella
Roll a
charisma.
D4
Charismatic.
and
What happened?
subtract from that.
I am. I rolled a 6. I got to add 6.
Add 6, but
All because they're
the D4.
should have used lucky.
So on your turn to hit, you roll a 12.
Yeah.
Roll a
Look at me like
D4.
that.
I have to roll to hit for several of my attacks. So
Alright, so
I'm gonna make it a death save.
concentration one.
All I see is the mic in your face.
It was like this.
I'm gonna smush that.
You ain't getting no skills today.
Alright.
You ain't tasting no rainbows today.
Alright, so that happened.
Taste this fist. Taste this ass. Whoa. Call him Blind Peter.
Yeah.
Alright.
So at least you got a
And
car
then
and then that.
They are going to make
Not
an
gonna
attack
run the
on
waistline.
you, so tier.
He's doing what to me?
He fails.
Be like, I'm pretty.
What was he trying to do? Just
Basically take their staff and stab it at you. And because of its spear, it was just it
That
just
did not hurt.
missed.
You'll have to try better than that.
let me show you.
Alright, so Niramour.
Alright. This is wild magic. That's a 14.
You die. You combust into
For who? Guy in front of
no,
you?
no. This is wild magic.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're back to 1. You just have to roll 1 natural 1.
Okay. And then the guy in front of me, and the big guy, and the guy behind him.
And
Fuck, that's Soter.
is that a range attack?
No, it's not. It comes straight out of me in a 100-foot line. It's 5 feet wide.
Alright.
I want to not hit Soter though.
I'll be okay.
If you make a straight line, it's this one,
The big guy and Soter.
That is incorrect.
No, it would
Not
just
in the
miss him and
Okay,
just
sweet.
miss that guy.
Alright, sweet. So they need to make dex saves.
Kill him.
Alright.
Not dexterity.
Dexter.
If the guy in front missed,
Looks like I can get it.
we're gonna say the guy in front's red, and the other guy's metal, and then that's it, right?
Yeah.
What does he have to make?
14.
Toe.
Greg got scared.
Or they both made it.
No, the big guy missed, and the other guy barely missed. So they both missed.
So they both take 33 lightning and 5 necrotic.
It is dangerous around here.
It's dangerous to go alone, take this.
It's Wild West. This town ain't big enough for the bunch of us.
Bunch of us.
Yikes.
There's a snake in my boot.
And then the guy in front. Alright, so you said it was lightning?
33 lightning, 5 necrotic.
Did it
Anime
explode?
reference time. Dragon Ball Z,
Oh my gosh.
Goku, and Raditz. The special beam cannon. Just straight up, just boom! Creates a hole through this guy's chest.
Oh, shit.
He
Niramour?
just smoking drops. As that happens, it literally like
When he killed him.
do what?
It killed him.
The dude in front of her.
It killed the dude right in front of her just instantly.
Shoot.
And then the guy who's fighting with Imina, what happens to him is like you see his direwolf take a lot of the blunt force of this hit,
Poor wolf.
and because he was connected,
almost a wolf.
because he was next to it, it also hits him, and he's like kind of like blacking, smoking like that. He's just like he's on death's door, and death's door smells cookies.
Just the direwolf or both of them?
Well, Direwolf's dead. He is on death's door, and death smells cookies.
Ha, that's from the other people.
Alright. Alright, so
This is what it looked like when she did it.
That shit. That's a little scary, not gonna lie.
Picture what Niramour just did.
Fish. I thought you were gonna show
No.
The Raditz and Goku.
Look it up. I always see that chaos reach image when she does it. Please aren't mine to be playing.
That's an 18. That hits your mom.
That hit your mom.
Mommy!
I hit your man. Alright, that's 1d6 and 1d4 plus. Give me my d4. Alright, she takes.
Now watch me whip. Whip. Now watch me nay nay. I was watching a TikTok of this dude going through like old dance songs like that, and he didn't know that one. I was like,
oh god, it's horrible watching them do
What?
that. Alright, so she takes 13
a
points.
child.
13 points of damage, but she's still. Oh, wait, hold on. She only takes 7 because she's barbarian. She's good.
Hey.
She's had scratches like this.
She's a bad bitch.
Alright. Let's see. She's already fought back. Niramour.
They chose the wrong town.
Your turn.
I got Rainbow in front of me.
Wait, I haven't gone yet.
What?
You have?
No. This is the third round, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, this is the second.
This is the bottom of the second. What are we doing?
Okay.
Putting down the guy in front of me.
Oh, yeah.
I thought Soter just went though when he
No.
tapped that one guy. I'm so
Did
confused.
somebody try to stab me?
No, I haven't even gone
Yeah.
a second time. What? I haven't gone a second time. I've only because the surprise attack was the erupting earth, and then I did the second erupting turn on my actual turn, but I haven't gone a
skip you?
third. Yeah.
Okay. Do your thing.
Good thing.
Get him.
I was like, wait a minute. Wait a damn minute.
Okay. A
Um.
lot of people on the board.
A lot of people on the board. So the only two people standing are the.
The main dude.
Oh,
and the
there's
two
three.
sorcerers.
There's.
1, 2, 3. So basically.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Moonbeam in the middle of those two, where it doesn't hit Imina's mommy.
Alright. I can see the 2 squares that they share.
They need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con saves! Con saves! Con saves! Con! Both fail. There's no way they could make this. Con save. 13?
What's the damage? Yeah.
Does that make it?
Does 13 make it?
What's your
Yeah.
spell?
Oh, 15. No, it
Yeah.
doesn't make it.
Alright, so how many points damage?
13.
13 points of damage.
Radiant damage.
I feel like it would feel weird to take necrotic damage and then radiant damage. Like back to back. Like, oh, this is decaying whole. Oh, it's filled with light.
Look at me and you, yin and yang.
It's different.
Look at that.
It's
Who
different
would've
types
thought?
of burn.
Not me. Not me.
Alright,
In the game, I'm
when that happened,
What?
both of them
I know, it's weird, isn't it? When it's opposite.
crumbled.
Both of them? They died?
They both died.
Shit. I'm a.
So it's just Red Rainbow
Do
left?
anything.
It's just Red Rainbow
It's
round.
up to you, Soter.
Red Rainbow left.
I don't hit very hard or often.
Well, you better hit hard.
I'm not built.
You are for
You could
battlefield.
capture.
Combat and support.
Capture.
Combat is the first one.
I couldn't. I thought about that. I thought I was going to do it with the boss.
Yeah, that's what I was wanting to do.
Sorry.
I'm built for battlefield combat and shake that ass.
Pretty sure I hit him.
Yeah, that's
Wet ass soda.
wet ass soda. Was wet ass soda.
Put him on the ground. Tip him over.
There's some forge in this house. There's some forge in this house.
get the remix?
I said certified chemist.
No.
7 days a week.
I am a
Blue
certified
beard.
chemist.
Wet ass poison.
Got that.
6.
Poison game week. I don't know.
Got that screwing game week.
I appreciate making a remix.
7.
This is my favorite thing to watch.
Press on forward in the top. Press on forward in the
I
top.
feel like I raised all of my children to come and like it. Remix of the song. That's what I feel like I'm watching right now.
Run up to Red Rainbow.
Red Rainbow.
This is how you use a spear. Jam it with 12 points of cold damage.
How do you want to hit this? 12 points of cold damage.
That's not a spear. This is a spear.
That's not a knife. This is a knife. And you just stab them, and you just start seeing like what? Blade just freezes their whole metal half.
Did he say it right? Don't make that nice.
We only got like one person.
No, they're all dead.
No, I killed the other two.
Yeah, this guy's dead.
Oh, the fly guy's dead?
Yeah, fly guy's dead.
Oh, I?
No, she does. She casted Moonbeam upon them, and then just
Oh, there's somebody.
the pressure and light of it all.
They all dead?
They're all dead.
I would like to loot the bodies.
Ooh, I would also like to loot the bodies, especially the bodies of the one that was riding the dire wolf. I want to know if there's anything fun or important or like anything that leads to my dad.
I was gonna stay to the side.
Yeah, I was wanting to capture one, but maybe not that information. But
What did my dad do?
where's he?
Where is my dad?
Who's here is Mike.
Who is
I want
I'll do you one better. Who is he?
I'll do you one better. Why is my
Why is my...
At any point did they look, did the leader like look terrified because all of them just kind of dropped like flies.
I don't think he had the chance to look terrified.
You really didn't?
No.
It was literally, if you
He
say,
said, I'm gonna take your shit, and we said, the fuck you is.
Exactly. it was literally like, I'm gonna take your stuff, and then it was like, no, you're not. You're slowed. Erupting earth. Lightning bolt through this guy.
More erupting earth.
Exactly. More erupting earth. And it was just like,
Invisible spear.
exactly. Like, all this stuff started happening all at once, and it was just like, before he was like, he could be like, wait, hold up, let's rethink this. It's like, the light from the moon just said, shine on my
It
children.
literally happens like all at once. Like it's like, give me all your shit, and every single person went, no.
It's like the TikTok. It's like the TikTok when they hit the screen. Like, no, you just don't get to do that. No. I'm like, and
All of the
I'm
forces
happy.
of the universe.
We look out and there's just
The earth, the
dire
storm,
wolves.
the sky.
The moon.
no,
yeah.
there's just dire wolves and orcs just waiting at the edge of the
Yeah.
Round 2.
Round, no.
I'm
the real
so.
army.
I liked it, Greg.
I know. It was just that I had more orcs to use, but I was like, no, this will take forever. It will be interesting. Maybe I should. It would be challenging, because for some reason, every time I'm like, alright, this is going to be challenging. Alright, guys, this is... And then I'm like, alright, cool. All this, and then it's like,
We weren't ready.
we weren't ready. It's like, but this is a medium encounter. We're not ready.
So where are we at right now? What's going on?
So
You
laying
guys are looting the bodies. I'm assuming.
basically laying in front of you is a whole bunch of dead bodies.
Dead bodies.
Got raggedy stuff. Ain't got no good stuff.
Kill streak is
I
4.
imagine Imina would want the flag.
It got ripped in half.
Yeah.
Mom sliced it.
But
She
It's still intact.
But
Like
the-
the
Yeah.
hilt of the
The flag itself is
Oh,
still.
okay.
That can mean
There's some
you're in
holes
charge
in
now.
this. There's some
I'm
holes
captain
in
now.
this.
I am the captain
Look
now.
at me.
But
I am the
really,
captain.
can we turn this campaign to just being in charge of a tribe of orcs?
Oh my god, it's like wherever we go.
We just killed them all.
Dothraki.
What orcs?
God,
We literally just That's
What's
awesome.
hilarious is like trying to find somewhere to stay with an entire army of orcs. Like we all like
We're
show
just,
up and like they're my command. So like of course I would teach them to be like me. So like they would all be like super chill and like
Fancy.
yeah, and like they're just like would be like totally different orcs, and then we'd all like come and be like, yeah, can we get a room or 50 rooms? Like there's about 100 of us.
It's like, can we
We need your best suite, honey.
and people were looking at you like, we're not servicing those people. And then one just starts growling, okay, maybe we will. You'll do it half price. Okay.
Well, keep this in mind as we progress.
Alright.
Khaleesi.
So, you have, let's see.
Oh, we should go with different names like that for each.
We're just gonna do it like this. So, this person has 2 daggers.
I thought someone else was allowed like shit.
There's a flag on that guy, and a sword.
And some direwolves.
The direwolf dead.
What was he wearing? Was he wearing leathers or metal?
He was wearing
khakis.
Khakis? Well, she sounds hideous. So.
he was wearing chainmail.
Okay.
Ooh. What kind?
Just chainmail.
Let's see.
Could you imagine?
What she's got?
Right, it's nothing but chainmail. Like it's just like one of those little like like Tarzan types of cloths, and it's just made out of chainmail. Just like
He got chainmail underwear. Chainmail
that's it.
everywhere.
Just like a little piece of chainmail underwear. Just
Alright, let's see. This person, they have plate armor.
I was looking at how Greg
They
was
have-
leaning over it,
Does
so
it fit,
it had
Angus?
just the shirt on the screen and all it said was
Angus?
magical.
No,
It's
buddy.
like
I'm picking
perfectly
up
on
that
his
plate.
screen. It just said right
Angus
now.
already has.
Let's
It's
see.
magical.
We got a
Not
great
yet.
axe. I don't know if anybody's paying attention, but you know, this is your loot right here. Try
I
to get
am,
it
but
to
I
you.
don't think I'm taking any of it.
Alright.
Everyone's-
Is anybody
Everyone
taking this?
I'm picking up.
I didn't pick up the great axe.
Alright, so you got a great axe and some javelins. Let's see. That guy had a javelin. This guy had a javelin. She had a javelin.
Everyone, look under your chair.
Everyone has a javelin.
I'll take a javelin. I know I have a javelin. Is there a better javelin?
I mean, they both have javelins and spears. So, let's see. Count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 javelins, 6 spears.
But is there a better javelin than the one I have? Or is it just a natural javelin?
It's just a natural javelin.
I am grabbing the plate armor.
So you have 1 plate armor, 2 ring armors, and 2 shields.
Do they have the gold on them that they stole from the other
I don't
village?
know what ring armor is, but I'm probably gonna take it, one of them, and give another one to Angus.
Yeah, they do. You can kind of see that it is in the pouch of the direwolf.
Who's ever looting the bodies, I'm gonna say, check for the gold so that they stole from the other town so we can give it back to them or something like that.
We are not sure where the gold came from, or how long they have been raiding. I would keep the gold for us.
What? What? No! The gold is their Soter.
It's whose?
It's the people who were mean to us, and I don't think we should be mean back and give
Oh.
them the gold.
You mean the ones that don't like Warforged or Orcs?
Yes.
Ring mail, there it is. It ain't that great, but it'll do for what I'm trying to do. What? Sorcerers can only wear cloth and leather? Is that right?
Yep.
Do I see any extra leather stuff? What about the Rainbow Coalition? What are they rocking?
They were rocking shields and ring mail.
Really? Sorcerers? The magic users?
Yeah. That type of work.
Hope they don't use
They're
lightning.
technically clerics.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They do much.
You know, I'm gonna do something slightly
I didn't
barbaric.
get a chance to. What?
I was just thinking in my head, I feel like Soter's become corrupt. When I killed someone trying to kill us, Soter said, you don't have the right to take lives away. And then when these little kids lost their parents, their home, everybody they love, and they're out starving, Soter said, fuck them kids.
Literally.
It's the world that has changed me. This was, think about it, that was like the first time we were out and had a real nasty battle, maybe.
What would Soter do now?
No way to find out.
Just cutting the ears off.
I mean, they already have a ring of, like, one of them, like, maybe two of them might have, like, a ring of fingers or ring of ears, so...
Ew.
No, I'm going to the dire wolf.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Just gonna skin him.
Oh no, Soter.
Do we?
Too much.
Do we need the meat for food?
Soter turns around with the skin.
I don't put it on me. I back it up.
It
Cross
takes,
it over.
it
so
takes
it
them a
works.
minute to do it.
I mean, I do have I still have bear skin from that outfit. I kept it for like.
Yeah, but it was
Cuiloria's
like...
gonna go over and be like,
Would you like this meat?
Soter.
As you look at
What the
this
fuck?
meat, you can tell...
Autumn is disgusted, but Cuilorea.
I don't eat, so I don't.
Yeah, so as you offer up the meat, Marie kind of looks at you and goes, "That's bad meat."
And we will not use it. But would this make good leather? I hold up a hide
And she
of a
goes,
dire wolf.
I'm gonna throw up.
she kind of looks at it and because it
Still
had like a
good.
horrible stench to it. It has a horrible stench to it. She goes, "I mean, I can get a guy to fix that up, and I guess we can use the meat as fertilizer."
Oh wow, that's bad meat.
Is there anything that would like tell me like who took my dad or like where where he would be since like that guy seems to know?
There is.
There's the dead.
They said he got sold to slavery. Say.
So as you see in his like
Kind of sus.
pocket, or like in his like kind of leather, like in your pocket, you kind of see like a map that points towards like the next location of where they were going,
Which was?
and where they were meeting up. I don't have that information currently at the moment.
Okay.
But basically, it kind of shows a map of going more inner towards the wasteland. Basically, heading more out back, like northeastward.
Oh,
Kind of where we're going?
backtrack.
No, backtracking. So basically, you guys are going west
To get true metal.
to get Metro to Meadow, and you know, going to Cuilorea's hometown.
Going back to my hometown.
And
Me not knowing
basically,
this? Okay.
basically, the map was kind of like, it says like here, and then it kind of takes it up and more northeast, where it says, all it says on there is kind of meet here.
Okay.
Lots of hometowns.
I'm sitting on the roof.
Mine's on another continent.
I'm sitting on the roof and there's just
Well, I don't know if we're going to my hometown, but it would be close to where Mithril is. Or I don't actually.
I mean, Mithril, in where you live, like the territory of which your people hold is like,
Right there.
howdy neighbor.
He already named it. But the real question now is if her dad is the other one, where we are.
So are we deciding where we're going right now?
No,
Or-
right now we're going to bed immediately.
Yeah.
going to work.
Okay. We're going back into town, going to bed, so we can
not be dead.
Or yes, and shut the
Or
game
die.
down.
I'm on the roof, like just kind of kicking my feet, and I see his thing just kind of walking on my shoulders.
I've got a
Little
lot of
squirrel.
metal.
It's
I
making
got
like a.
so much metal.
I'm gonna talk to
Wait,
him.
We're gonna have
when
to
it-
have a discussion.
Like
I'm gonna
does the
talk to
thing
the
kind of have like
I'm
like
gonna
a
talk to the
wisp?
squirrel.
We should talk to the squirrel next session.
I'm gonna talk to the squirrel. You little bitch.
You have a pet squirrel?
Or
Or is
it's
it
just a squirrel
mechanical?
right now? It's not mechanical.
Oh.
A little fly squirrel that scurried in on my cloak when I was on the roof.
Probably scared to death.
I know it was.
But that's where we'll end the session. See you guys in a fortnight. And good night.
Yeah, there's a little squirrel hanging on my shoulder, and he has like a wisp whenever he like makes a little noises. It kind of like, you know, when people say like S's, it kind of whistles.